I still need to fix that setting so it doesn't spawn you in, like, delayed every time I switch scenes.
Thing is, it's just I have too much power, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Good
I was an
evening,
A rank.
Good evening, my darling batlings. Sorry for being a little late. I had to fix myself some impromptu dinner. And both of my legs were asleep because I have a pathological need to sit down like a bisexual at all times.
Yes.
Which is fitting because I am bisexual.
Same.
And hey, Dash Cat showed up just in time. So yeah, I made it over to the stove to cook myself some ramen with minimal collateral damage.
You know how I like my ramen noodles?
How?
Well, obviously I like the season because I don't get enough in that little package, you know. But I like to add in like a macaroni fried egg. I think that's pretty nice.
Saying like a bisexual. Sorry.
Okay.
I was just reading Dash Cat's comment.
Yeah.
Saying like a bisexual. Let me guess, you sit with your feet on the couch too. Worse, I sit with like I've got a ottoman right in front of me underneath my standing desk, which is too short for me to properly stand at. So it's not much of a standing desk. But like I sit with my legs stretched out on the ottoman, but they're also crossed, and that makes them both fall asleep.
Oh, I do that all the time when
and then when I'm
sitting on a sofa when I
don't have an ottoman in front of me, I sit like I'm sitting right now, with just like one leg tucked under the other, and like the leg that's not tucked under, you know, on the ground.
I sit like that too. Like right now, I'm in a computer chair, so like right now, I have one foot on top of the other, almost attempting to kind of cross because I can't sit like how I want to sit. Like if I'm sitting on a sofa, I will have like my left leg like to me, with then like my other leg either in front or behind it. So it's like I'm a pretzel still, you know?
Yeah, and when I'm sitting down on the ground, I always have to instinctively sit in a lotus position.
I
it's
always
like the one yoga pose that I can do comfortably no matter what shape I'm in.
I mean, the most awkward way I've sat was basically like having like the the back of your shin part is called, right? I don't know what that part's called.
I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
So I will basically be sitting flat on my butt with that part like to the other side, and I would just like lean back. And I would do this even in martial arts class when I did it.
Did you miss the Killer 7 stream? That was a couple days ago. But the VOD is up on my VOD channel.
Oh yeah, the ramen thing. I also like to get some. I've had some like bacon already cooked. I like to do some crushed bacon on top as a little bit of a garnish. A little bit of seaweed if I have it, also on the side, because it adds a little bit of more of an umami taste to it, you know. A little bit of extra soy sauce. Not too crazy, because remember, for us Americans, ramen is a struggle meal.
Yes. And don't worry, Dash Cat, I'm going to be continuing Killer 7 next week. We didn't make it very far, just past the tutorial and then the first level, partway into the second level.
It has a very unique art style, I will say that. I do remember wanting that when I was a kid.
Yes,
and I don't like shooters, which is funnier.
Killer 7's barely a shooter. The focus is mostly on solving puzzles.
Yeah, I don't like. I think it's the art style that drew me in when I wanted it as a kid, but I never got it. You know.
It also has a unique control style where instead of like moving with the analog stick, you're on a rail, and one button moves you forward, and one button turns you around.
Ah, okay.
But like you can see a lot of like seeds planted for ideas that would be fleshed out in No More Heroes if you go back and play Killer 7, which is what I'm doing. I missed Killer 7 back in the day when it came out. I knew what it was, I just never saw it being sold anywhere. My introduction to Suda was No More Heroes, and now that I have easy access to Killer 7, I can properly appreciate a lot of the callbacks that No More Heroes makes to it. Anyways, we're going to be continuing. Anarchy Reigns, the only Killer 7 game you played. Anarchy Reigns is a game I was looking forward to, but it had a really fucked up launch in North America, where it got 0 promotion and it got delayed compared to the rest of the world. And just sort of unceremoniously came out, and they shut down the multiplayer servers shortly after it came out, which multiplayer was the whole point of the game.
If we're talking introduction to Suda 51, Lollipop Chainsaw for me, and then Samurai Champloo sidetracked.
Yes, those were both Suda 5-1 games. I keep forgetting that he did Samurai Champloo before he did No More Heroes.
I'll be honest. Excuse me. Samurai Champloo was my first. Then would be Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yeah,
I wasn't too crazy about Samurai Champloo, but I do like how it kept real to the original source material.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people in hindsight say that the Samurai Champloo game is sort of like a proto No More Heroes.
It is.
Similar how even though they're by different studios, a lot of people say that the Afro Samurai game is sort of a proto Metal Gear Rising in terms of its gameplay.
I haven't played that one. I do want to.
You forgot Lollipop Chainsaw was Suda? It's barely Suda. It's mostly...
It is, yeah.
It's mostly James Gunn. Suda mostly act as a concept ideas guy. Stream should be back now. Yeah, internet's kind of fucky because we've been having a lot of storms here tonight.
It's raining here too, so I know how you feel.
Yeah, we're having big storms across over the East Coast.
I would argue that Lollipop Chainsaw has more of a Platinum Games feel, you know?
Yeah, I would say that too. Suda has taken an interesting ownership of the character of Juliet after Lollipop Chainsaw, though. He really... I can get into more about Lollipop Chainsaw if I ever stream that game, but Suda's not happy with how Juliet was depicted in that game, and has taken to depicting her in the No More Heroes verse completely differently.
Interesting. I gotta see his take on Juliet.
He's so attached to Juliet as a character that he basically views her as his daughter.
Oh,
and doesn't like how fetishized she was in Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yeah, I don't blame him, because I know a lot of people when it comes to it, but the internet too. So, yeah.
But she makes a cameo appearance in Travis Strikes Again, which is really easy to miss because she's not called Juliet Starling. She's just called Juliet or Julie. Legally distinct from the Lollipop Chainsaw character because he technically doesn't own the rights to Lollipop Chainsaw.
Okay.
But obviously meant to be Juliet, or his original intention for Juliet. He's had a kind of a troubled history with working with Western publishers, to the point where the only Western publisher he regularly works with nowadays is Devolver Digital, because they're an indie studio.
Yeah. Don't forget too, a lot of Western devs and publishers, Western publishers are not all, but a good majority can be problematic with wanting you to do changes.
The story of the road to getting Shadows of the Damned made was so traumatizing for him that he made the CEO of EA at the time the main villain of the next 2 No More Heroes games.
Do you blame him? I don't. I don't blame him at all.
But yeah, like the story. I know we're really sidetracked from starring on Final Fantasy VII Remake, but why the hell not? We're having a good time.
Yeah.
I have a lot to say about Suda 5-1 because he's such an interesting figure in the gaming scene. But like, the whole reason that No More Heroes came back after 2 was because he was like reinvigorated to try out more of the series after he played Hotline Miami.
Ooh, I still need to play that too, by the way. You know what we need to do? We need to have a just talking stream where we're talking about games that's on our playlist, our backlog.
So basically, the Arikast I've been wanting to do for a while, but keep not doing.
Yes. I mean, if anything,
except do it live instead of pre-recorded.
I mean, hey, you can have a pre-recorded one and a live one, so people can get their fix in different ways.
Yeah.
And then the live one can also be broken down to different clips. And hey,
yeah,
you got two
let's
ways.
switch on over to the gaming scene.
Yep.
Hey, Proto Rage.
Hey, Proto.
Proto agrees.
Yeah, if anything, too,
Has
like
good taste.
I mean, if anything, like I said, I could just pick a day and be like, hey. In 2 weeks, are you everyone free this day? This time? All right, we'll do a podcast.
And speaking of getting your fix, oh god, I'm afraid. By the way, I like that.
My feet so far up your ass right now. You'll have to remove.
Okay, Billy, I'll finally start playing the game. Sorry, Mr. Maze.
Watch this. I'll put a giant hole in your windshield with this hammer in one easy motion. And I'm gonna cut your brake line. Why?
Oh, you should have been in Proto's stream the other day. I was trolling him hard.
I wanted to come into a stream the other day, but I was just so fucking tired.
Oh, so
I've had a tiring week.
I know your behind was tired. Talking about my butt, yeah.
All right, so when we left off, we had completed pretty much all the side quests on normal difficulty. It's really fucking annoying that No More Heroes 2 is a normal 2, but 3's a Roman numeral. Yes, it is.
Hey, you know, it'd be funny if number 4 is like a number 4.
There's probably not going to be. There's probably not going to be a number 4, but then again, it wouldn't be the first time that Suda has said, I'm done with No More Heroes, and then decide to make more.
Yeah, let's pretend he's going to, right? Basically, every even number, right, will be a number, and every odd number will be a number numeral.
So
I love it.
this is over. You gonna go on being a merc?
So, you know that whole thing in Final Fantasy VII, the original, where you have to climb up a wire and do all that platforming to get over the wall so you can get to the Shinra headquarters?
Yeah.
You just use grappling hooks.
Okay. I'm gonna deafen real quick just to check something, okay?
Okay.
All this, it ain't you.
You know what would be funny when a new Final Fantasy VII game, it's Final Fantasy 17 written in Arabic numerals instead of Roman numerals? Hey, is the audio doubled? Let me fix that.
Yeah, that's what I was checking.
Yeah, I haven't
is,
changed.
yeah.
I had that problem earlier. Let me see if I can fix that.
Eric's up
Yeah.
there waiting for us.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
I see what the problem is. There's an extra capture card audio source that's not supposed to be playing. So now there's no sound. Now let me turn the proper audio back on. There we go.
I'm over here laughing right now because I seen the grappling hook. You know what came to mind?
What?
The old school, the 1960s Spider-Man song.
Two goals.
Thanks for pointing that out, Dashcat, because I've been trying to figure out what the cause of that was, and it turns out that apparently when Streamlabs updated, they unmuted all of my muted sources.
Yeah. I hate when I have to update that because it always fucks up my audio somehow. Go, gadget grappling hook.
Go, gadget grapple gun!
That's a win.
Go,
Gadget
broken
round
leg.
brick builder!
Everything will be okay. Are you
Like Gravity Falls.
I've only seen one episode of Gravity Falls. I like what I saw. It's just I did not have consistent access to TV, like expanded cable channels at the time, so I missed out on most of the series.
Hey, you guys might want to turn around.
A friend of ours needs help.
It's too dangerous.
So, an interesting thing I discovered is that after Remake, and I think before Rebirth, or like tying in with Rebirth, they released a couple of like novellas that expand on the backstories of Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith.
Oh.
As well as a side story about the Turks.
Okay, that sounds really interesting. Has it been translated yet to the English, or?
No. Japan exclusive.
It was similar to how they did for Final Fantasy X, where
like they're not
basically
officially translated in English, but you can find like synopses of them in English.
Okay. Yeah, because even the Japan. Hey, when we got the 10.2 remaster, they included the novella with English subtitles. Which, here's my thing: you have a worldwide brand. Why are you still including it to one section?
It's obnoxious for Rebirth in particular because characters from those novels apparently show up in Rebirth that you would not know are from the novels if you didn't, like, read the wiki.
That's insulting. Like, this is my whole issue also. I know, like, the whole, what was it? Not the remaster. Like, Kingdom Hearts whatever. And it'd be, like, all the expanded stuff. Like, I still hate that. Like, how they make everything multi-console.
Well, what they're doing now going forward is they're not doing PS5 exclusivity anymore.
Yeah.
Because Rebirth and 16 both underperform.
Yeah, I mean, we all saw it happening. Remember, I called it out too when it happened.
And that's not exclusively Square's fault, because it was Sony buying exclusivity.
That made me jump. Oh shit! That made me jump.
Like, here's the reason why I think Rebirth probably underperformed compared to Remake. Is that it's not just you know, the whole people are just now being able to find PS5s in the wild thing. That's definitely a factor. It's because you know, it's a typical thing with trilogy stories that part 1 sells the best, and then you get diminishing returns on 2 and 3. Square seems to not understand that.
Yeah, Diag is a perfect example of that. The thing is, part 4 actually is harder to find than any other part, funny enough.
Yes, because it was printed in the least quantities.
They foresaw, because they knew it was going to happen, but then everyone that wanted it, they printed too little, I think, in my opinion. Like an extra, like, let's say 2,000, right? And I think that would have been enough.
Hey, Girdle. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well.
What can make that jump, Proto?
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Keep your cool.
No need to worry.
By the way, the Big Bill Hell's Cars Redeem should be working now if any of you guys decide to redeem it. I say save that one for when we're doing the motorcycle part. That'll be the most appropriate.
Deal with that.
Hey, Sheba.
Sheba, hello. We really just started the game. We were having like an extended chat session about the awesomeness of Suda 5-1.
Promise.
Yeah.
So you haven't missed much.
We were talking about how we need to do a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, and tech fixes, because sound issue and also Storm fucking up my internet, so I disconnected briefly. Might disconnect again, but who knows. I would knock on wood, but I'm pretty sure this isn't real wood.
I'll knock on the wood for you. But we're also talking about Proto's butt.
Yes.
Yeah, Proto,
yeah, I've got arrow on
doing that.
I've got arrow on these guys. On Barrett.
Oh, yeah.
Because Barrett, unlike the original, he makes for a good black mage in this game.
What's it again?
Unlike in the original Final Fantasy VII, Barrett makes for a great black mage in Remake.
Oh. Yeah, because in the original game, he's more of your tank. Like you want him in the front row in order to soak up damage.
Yeah, it also helps that they actually factor in range combat with this combat system,
yeah.
So...
Like right here, perfect example.
Yeah.
And even in the start of the game, too.
Oh yeah, especially at the start of the game, before you get some of Cloud's flashier aerial moves, and before you get Tifa. Okay, Tifa's dying.
But Proto, you have a lovely butt.
Have you seen it?
On stream.
You know from experience.
I saw it on stream.
Oh.
It's big. And chunky.
Chunky. Obviously, Cloud makes for a better, like, offensive magic user, but Barrett's good backup since he's consistently available throughout most of the story.
So that's where we have to climb?
If it comes apart while we're up there.
We've made it through worse, you know.
Yeah, no kidding.
You can tell that Barrett's voice actor had fun with this role, and I'm glad.
Wonder if this rope
I'm glad they
belongs to
did.
search and rescue.
You only give Cloud
Ari.
light magic. I can see that. Cloud gets, like, with the right build, Cloud gets, like, stupidly high MP.
Yeah.
Time for the grappling guns.
By the way.
Aim for that part of the rope hanging there.
Don't screw up and fall. By the way, how well you do with this grappling gun will tell us a whole lot about you.
Just remember, we can't come back down. Are you ready?
All right. They make the grappling guns like a contextual button press, but there's no way to miss them.
Oh.
It's just you've got to turn the camera to the right position, you press triangle, and then you automatically go.
Too easy. This keeps up, I'm going to get bored.
But yeah, Cloud has, between, like, Chakra, Prayer, and Cure paired with the Magnify Materia, Cloud has a lot of options for healing.
Oh, that motherfucker.
Yes, this is going to be our next boss instead of fighting him in the elevator.
We can take
Okay. I guess they're
Mission.
I'm guessing they're trying to kill survivors from the plate crash.
Yes, it's that, and also, you know, being on the lookout for Avalanche.
Yeah.
Like, they're literally a kill squad.
Saving Aerith is our
They're meant to kill anyone in sight. I did not mess with Time Materia until until Dashcat recommended I add it to Cloud, which I should probably do sometime soon. And holy shit, is Time Materia broken in this game. Haste on its own, not even getting into stuff like slow, just haste, breaks this game's combat.
There's a boss. Oh, I will say it's disc 1. I'll let you know in OG when you can get Time Materia, okay? Because you will need slow for this one boss.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna give I'm gonna give Cloud the Time Materia. Because, you know, you always have Cloud in your party, except for the couple sections where you briefly play as someone else but never get into combat with them. And, of course, outside of the Yuffie DLC.
Yeah. So I just went to check real quick on Twitter, right?
Yeah?
The very first post, who is this wrong answers only, and it's FF7 Cloud OG.
So the way that they worked in some of Barrett's different weapons is kind of stupid. Like, I stick with Big Bertha for most of the late game, because why would you use the Wrecking Ball when it can't use ranged attacks? He's a ranged fighter. And once we get inside the Shinra building, we're going to get Tifa's, like, best or second best weapon in this game. Keep in mind I'm playing on normal, so there's certain content I don't get to see. I could do another whole playthrough on hard mode, because I completed a normal mode playthrough on my second save file. But I don't have the patience to fight Hell House on hard. I've heard horror stories about Hell House on hard difficulty. You only use Barrett Melee in the Coliseum. That makes sense, because it's an enclosed environment. But, like, since most of the game's out in the open, I don't really see a reason to use Wrecking Ball, other than just to get its unique ability. Okay, that'll be good for now, considering we don't even get to see Aerith for a while. The fun of micromanaging everyone's equipment and stats. Alright, I've got Item Master on Cloud, because why the fuck not? I should probably give that to Barrett instead. You know, take time off of Barrett, give it to Cloud. I'll put high level healing. I'll put the highest level healing on Cloud. Should be good for now. Fuck the unskippable cutscenes in this game in Final Fantasy 16, especially the mid-battle cutscenes.
I'm just gonna say this. Fuck
in this
any
game.
unskippable cutscene.
The only unskippable cutscene I'd say I wouldn't say fuck this to is the funny joke one from RZ. Because it's the only unskippable cutscene in the game. It's part of an extended game.
Yeah. I will say
that's the only time where it works, because it loops back around to being hilarious.
Yeah. There's only a few cutscenes I will say that, you know, I absolutely love. Like, I'm gonna use Final Fantasy X, for example. The Tsutaki Dene, which is one of the most romantic scenes, honestly, in gaming history. Another one I would say that's one of my favorites, of course, is the ha 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 ha.
And we'll put... Oh yeah, she's already got revival, so we'll put cleansing on Tifa for now.
I think it's funny that I actually laughed doing the ha 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 ha.
Yeah. Take off Steadfast Block. I'm not going to be using Parry Materia, because I find its timing to be a bit too specific. And its input to be a little bit too clunky. Like, it's 2 button presses for something that should be 1.
Yeah, it should be 1. It shouldn't be proper to rapper.
And you were also right. Steadfast Block, holy shit. Not Steadfast Block, Counter Stance, holy shit. And that is on a weapon that we're going to be getting inside the Shinra building. Chapter 18 is the worst of it with the unskippable cutscenes because of how little checkpoints the chapter has. Agreed. Like, the final chapter 2 of Remake is really drawn out.
No escape. Get ready. Oh no. Gotta stay.
Guess it's my turn.
Let's go.
Let's see. Star Shower, come on. Oh wow, that missed entirely.
Hey, what's your status? Hunter 2-2! Respond, damn it!
This is Hunter 2-2. Just had to put down a few monsters. Over.
Roger. Frickin' Avalanche making us put in OT. Probably cowering in the dark somewhere.
You can actually miss this cutscene. I did not know that. I always instinctively go for the thing that he drops.
We ain't running and we ain't hiding. Y'all don't know
Right.
the suffering, but you will.
Shut your mouth, dude.
Call was over.
They didn't even hear it anyway because they hung up. If you don't pick it up, you'll get more encounters. Interesting.
Oh. That's good to know.
Also, I fucked up my material loadout I'm supposed to have. Let's move stuff around. Fire there. AP up doesn't need to be on there. And magnify. That was what I was missing. Magnify is what they call the all materia in this game.
Really?
Why don't we use our grappling guns to get up there? Jump over all this shit.
Not much choice.
It's them! Avalanche!
2-3, this is 1-4. We have contact.
I guess everybody and their mother knows we're here.
Magnify sounds better than all. All gets the point across a little bit more clear, but magnify sounds more like what the materia would actually be called in universe.
What I would say is when I hear magnify, I think MP Turbo, where it does more damage, the other say, or it's more focused.
I'll be fine.
All just this is to me, it gets the point across. When you say magnify, I'm like, that's more of a focus point then.
Yeah, but the what's supposed to imply by the name is that's magnifying the effect of the linked materia.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but when I hear it, you know, as someone who's so used to the original as well. I like how you shot him in the face and you just proceeded to cut him.
Bring it!
Poor doggy. It's okay. He's in a better place now.
On that old farm with old Yeller.
I fucking hate Old Yeller, partly because I had to watch it in 5th grade.
I never
Not like
watched it, but I know
not
the
like as
ending.
part of an assignment or anything. No, it's because my homeroom teacher had a policy of like when it's your birthday, then for the week of your birthday at lunchtime, you can bring in any G-rated movie of your choice to have the class watch during lunchtime. And my friend chose Old Yeller, which, you know, as someone who grew up surrounded by dogs, kind of traumatizing.
Here's the thing, I've never really seen it, but I know the ending. I don't want to watch it.
The ending is why I hate the movie. And I'm like, this is G-rated.
You know what I would have picked for a movie? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. That's a good
rated,
movie.
No. You see, that's rated PG. And we weren't allowed to bring in PG-rated movies because my school was, like, really Puritan. Like, I say Puritan, it was technically founded by Mormons. But, their policy was if the movie has a PG rating, then, you need to have a permission slip to watch it.
That's stupid. Oh god. Most of my movies I like were PG, not G.
And then on my birthday week, I just didn't bring in anything because I wanted to bring in the Sonic OVA because I just recently discovered that from my local Blockbuster, and they were like, "Oh, this movie's not rated." But we don't have a policy about not rated movies, so since it's technically not rated G, you're not allowed to watch it.
That's just stupid.
The whole school has stupid rules.
I just hope that this time it holds.
Sonic.
I mean, granted, the OVA does have some booba touching in it, and it was a charter school, so it wasn't beholden to public school rules.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't like my Spanish class. Wanna know why?
Why?
At one point, because the teacher I didn't feel like teaching, I forget the reason why, right? I brought in Vampire Hunter D, and we watched that.
Like they treated not rated movies as if they were unrated, like uncut, adults only movies was their policy. As opposed to, oh, it was direct to video, so it doesn't have a rating.
Wouldn't you love to watch Vampire Hunter D for Spanish class?
Yes.
My
my high school Spanish teacher was better than my middle school Spanish teacher, even though I didn't do good in Spanish class because I suck at Spanish.
I got straight A's in my 10th grade, but the thing is, I'll be honest, I didn't deserve any straight A's. Teacher just liked me.
My high school Spanish teacher was also one of the theater teachers, and she was a Gorillaz fan, so you know she's good.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. What's also fun about me bringing Vampire Hunter D, the other Spanish teacher saw it, was really enjoying it, and asked me to borrow the DVD. So basically every Spanish class that year was able to watch Vampire Hunter D. Because of me. You know that's amazing, right?
Yes.
I'm curious though, like how many anime fans I made just from that movie. If any at all. Granted, there's like 2 scenes with nipples in it too, so but you don't really see anything.
Like, I remember I may have made like one of the like high school popular jock type dudes interested in Inuyasha.
Really?
it's not like I had a bad relationship with him. It's just like he was constantly getting into trouble. I didn't want to be too involved with that kind of shit. He was sitting next to me during finals. I brought like one of the volumes of Inuyasha with me, specifically the volume where he goes like demon mode for the first time and then learns the backlash wave.
Yeah.
And like I always finished my exams early, and like everyone in the class finished early, but we weren't allowed to leave early because none of us could drive. This was like
yeah.
This was like 10th grade. And
Let's finish this.
and you made a Jaka furry. Like the way that happened was like he saw me reading that and he was like, "Hey, can I see that for a sec?" And I'm like, "Sure." And he like flips through it. And he flips to like a page that shows Jockin getting bisected and shows like his spinal column sticking out of his upper torso, because the Inuyasha manga is way more gory than the anime is. He's like, he's like, this is awesome.
So he sounds like he would have loved Fist of the North Star with the brain splatter and shit.
The Inuyasha manga also just straight up has nipples everywhere in it.
I already know the first shit that...
Except for on the guys.
Here's the thing, I know for a fact the chick from the first episode that...
Oh yes,
right?
Mistress Centipede, they had to censor her for the anime because she's just topless. They also had to, like, when I say there's nipples ever, I mean also on monster design. So it's stuff like the harpies from Koga's introduction have nipples.
Yeah.
Sorry, not the harpies is what they called them in the manga translation, but in the anime they called them the birds of paradise.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like Viz had it was weird because like Viz's manga translations can be weird sometimes because they'll use like decidedly different translations than what earlier existing anime translations use. And sometimes they're like very literal, and sometimes they're sort of a Woolseyism, where it's like getting the point across with more familiar terminology. Like it's stuff like, oh, instead of calling Inuyasha's signature move the Wind Scar, they call it the Scar of the Wind, which is the literal translation.
Well, I'm talking about though, if you ever were to record the first episode, like I had it on VHS at one point, and you go frame by frame by frame, you can see the outline.
Yeah, there's an outline there, but they didn't draw detail.
Yeah, keep in mind, I was like, what, 12 or 13 when that first aired? So
at the same time, Adult Swim did air, like, some of Adult Swim's early anime offerings did have, like, booba in them, and they had to censor them for the broadcast. Like, there was an episode, it was like episode 3 of Paranoia Agent, they had to censor for Adult Swim.
I think that's on my watch list, because it's been a minute since I've watched
I only saw, like, my first episode of Paranoia Agent was the final episode, so, you know, perfect way to introduce me to that show. Just like my first episode and only episode I've seen of Cowboy Bebop is the final episode.
You really should watch it. It is a masterpiece.
Concentrate.
Excuse me.
Buzz off.
Buzz off.
Okay, the thing with this enemy is once it's staggered, it puts up a force field that, like, prevents you from getting near it to deal direct damage, so you have to pretty much switch to Barret.
Let's go.
My turn.
Stop ganging up on Barret, enemies. Calling lightning, that's the wrong game. We're not playing 13. 13. I'm probably never playing 13.
I don't recommend it.
Prize is there.
Wait, do I even have 13 on Steam?
I've heard that 13's kind of broken on Steam on modern operating systems to the point where you have to download a fan patch to get all 3 of the 13 trilogy to work properly.
Oh.
Damn it. If any of this
Okay, I don't have 13 on here.
It's either that or it's like poorly optimized or it's missing graphics options. One of those 3.
It's probably all of them.
Given that Square, it is probably all of them.
Yeah, I have up to 10-10-2, Mobius, and World of Final Fantasy. And I
Like,
do have the original, the non-pixel remaster ones before 6 and such.
Yeah, the non-pixel remaster version of 6 pissed off so many people.
They wanted the DS one, I think, which they really should add.
Well, they never made a DS version of 6. That was the problem.
I'm thinking 4.
They did DS versions of 3 and 4. They did GBA versions of 1 and 2 and 6. They didn't put the GBA version of 6 on there. They put the mobile version of 6, complete with the mobile UI. With its like fucking flash animation ass looking redrawn sprites and a different translation that nobody liked.
You have to mod the fuck out of it. Like there is I think I saw an all-in-one pack where they made your they made the game, I think, like close to the original, I think.
I mean, nowadays you can just get the pixel remaster and get more or less the same experiences on Super Nintendo, just with a slightly altered translation. They still keep in the iconic lines and terminology. They just, like, keep it a little bit more faithful.
And not only that, they do have some quality of life changes.
Yeah, especially after the patches came out to give you an option to switch from that ugly-ass default Arial text to a proper Final Fantasy text.
Yeah.
And the ability to switch between the arranged remastered soundtrack and the original chiptune soundtrack.
Yeah, you already know I want the chiptune.
I mean, the arranged soundtrack sounds good, too.
I know. It's just like
the only one I've heard complaints about is 5, where with like that chocobo jingle, where it's like the chocobo dancing and then ends with "Oi!" They changed it to "Ew," and it just kind of ruins the punch.
Ew.
There were 2 different remasters of Final Fantasy VI. Yes, the whole reason the pixel remasters exist is because the versions of Final Fantasy they were selling on Steam and mobile platforms were so shit.
Yeah, I have them. I have all of them. Because I am a huge ass Final Fantasy fan.
Like, if any of you are familiar with the renowned game journalist Jason Schreier, known nowadays for his exposés on like unsavory working conditions in the AAA industry and like troubled developments of AAA failures and stuff like that. The thing he was originally known for was posting multiple articles on Kotaku bitching about how bad the original remaster of Final Fantasy VI was.
I don't blame him.
It got him the nickname Jason Fryer. You know, back before he left Kotaku and became a good journalist for a respected outlet like Bloomberg.
You know what the funny thing is? Jason Schreier seems like the kind of guy that you would love to play RPGs with you know?
My only criticism of Jason Schreier is that he's too, well, nowadays, is that he's like buddy-buddy with people that work at Blizzard, and as a result, he's not willing to criticize Blizzard's awful working conditions as harshly as he does for everyone else.
Yeah, that would be an issue. I have one more thing about him, and that was the Young Yet interview, where he was so defensive. Like, overly defensive. It came off as uncomfortable. Granted, that was like what 7 years ago.
Glad that the background in Integrate isn't blurry as fuck. I mean, the blur is coming from, like, my, ISP being shit. Like, in-game, it looks nice and sharp. And this is with me playing on performance mode, where it, like, renders the game at 1080p instead of 4K, so I can get 60 FPS.
Yeah.
And without the, mediocrely implemented ray tracing.
Oh my goodness, Tifa's a ghost!
The ghost has invaded my boot. He's trying to control me. Help!
The ghost killed everyone in Midgar.
Don't overdo it.
I got food poisoned. That made me angry. So I called the Ghostbuster. Hey, Ghostbuster man. Super Ghostbusters is some fucking art, and it needs more recognition.
Oh, they said the air. They said that.
Oh, the image they used for the destroyed Sector 7 ruin. Yeah, it's like it's still a matte painting, but it has like proper depth to it instead of looking like a flat, blurry painting.
That's a cool JPEG. You know they're gonna say that. You knew that was coming, right?
Yes.
That son of a bitch is back. I thought we lost.
Or should I say a PNG?
My God, a shotgun.
No, you should say
I mean,
a shotgun.
Actually, that's kind of fitting. Even though it's not a shotgun, it's a machine gun.
I always fuck up the timing on this because it's like everyone else gets away flawlessly, but as soon as I start running, it starts shooting again. Like that. It's a good thing Cloud's apparently bulletproof.
Bullet resistant, I would say.
Come the fuck
Bro.
on!
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the challenge run I'm doing written out with Blastwing, bro. Where it's like, hey, every single time you play this in the game, right? It uses this one specific move. Why didn't it use that one specific move? It always does.
That's how I was with the first Yuffie summon battle, which is against Ramu. Where like when its health gets to a certain point, if you don't kill it quick enough, it just uses, I think it's called like Ray of Judgment, and it just one-shot kills you.
Oh, so basically it's basically like Final Fantasy 13, where the summon, if you don't do a certain thing, like you don't rack up a certain amount of damage in a certain amount of time or whatever, you just
and
die.
it's the only summon fight in the game I've done so far that's like that.
Finish it.
Say your prayer. Or on the back.
I got this.
This is now. This is gonna
Time to end this. Get in there.
You ain't gonna get away.
Hearing Barrett's current voice actor and thinking about how during the compilation of Final Fantasy VII era, they just had his voice actor do a Mr. T impression, makes me think of like one of my favorite tidbits about Mr. T. That's like really awesome. Have you ever wondered why he's always referred to as Mr. T?
Why?
When he started, you know, seeking out a life in entertainment, he changed his name to Mr. T, with Mr. being his first name. So, because he grew up with, like, racist old white people constantly referring to him as boy, so by changing his name to Mr., nobody would be able to call him boy.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Which, that is badass as fuck.
Yeah,
We stand Mr. T.
13. Yeah, some people did Worth of 13, 13-2, and Lightning Returns did work on. I think that's pretty much most of the Final Fantasies.
Yeah. Final Fantasy tends to have a pretty consistent development team.
Yeah.
Unless it's like something like 16, which gets shuttled off to like a specific division of Square Enix.
One more thing, I have another Mr. T fact because you mentioned Mr. T. So you would think I would think of him in the ladders behind you.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking to see if I missed any items here.
No
it's kind of hard to tell because the way that the lighting works in this game is when you go from dark to light, it like either blows out the color or like over darkens everything really quick.
Yeah. But my thing about Mr. T, right? I would think A-Team or something, right? No, I think of the WoW collab he did.
Yes! Or that Mr. T cartoon that they used to air reruns of on Adult Swim at like 5 in the morning.
I vaguely remember that one. I just think the world with the hand grenade, the Mohawk hand grenades.
The Mohawk grenade! And they made that an actual item you could get in WoW.
Yeah. It's not
it became very
now,
quickly hated because it was very distracting.
Yeah.
One step at a time, huh?
Did you know that they actually did regional variants of those celebrity endorsement ads for World of Warcraft back in the day? Because I found one in the early days of YouTube, which was a French ad for World of Warcraft that starred Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh. So I just did a quick search on YouTube. Apparently they did one with the guy, I think his name was Virgil, or I can't think of his name. The guy that played Mini-Me.
Oh, Vern Troyer.
Thank you. Yeah, they did one with him. They did one with Steve Van Sant? Silvio? The ones I remember was a Mr. T. I forgot Chuck Norris did it.
There was an Ozzy Osbourne one.
Yeah, that's the other one I was about to mention. That's the other one I remember. The Prince of Darkness thing, yeah.
I've been the Prince of Darkness since fucking 1979.
Yeah. I think Ozzy's might have been the funniest.
Yes, it was. Because Ozzy's just an inherently funny guy.
Yeah, like
if you want to see the funniest thing that
if
you want to see the funniest thing that Ozzy's ever been involved with that wasn't scripted, you can find a video on YouTube from like one of his many reality shows where like his son takes him to a surprise performance of Mac Sabbath, the McDonald's themed Black Sabbath parody band. And he walks into like a room with all this demonic Ronald McDonald imagery, and you can tell he's clearly freaking the fuck out, like he thinks he's having a bad trip.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like Ozzy Osbourne is the funniest, but Mr. T is probably the most memorable.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I forgot Chuck Norris did it. The fact that I remember Ozzy Osbourne and Mr. T tells you enough.
I don't think they aired the Chuck Norris ad as often as they did the Ozzy and Mr. T ones.
Didn't. They aired the Mr. T one the most, I think.
Also, I was years old when I was watching a video from El Supersonic Q about Cartoon Network Lost Media, where I discovered that apparently Subway had kids meals at one point, complete with toys, and they did like a surprising amount of Cartoon Network toys for Subway kids meals, including ones you would never think of getting toys like Time Squad and Sheep in the Big City.
Oh, I would have loved something from Sheep. Wait! I remember Sheep in the Big City. The toys for it, yeah.
You can find the toys are you can find them on eBay pretty easily. Birds here.
Hello.
like they did a Powerpuff Girls one, they did Ed, Edd and Eddie, they did Time Squad, they did Kids Next Door, and they did Sheep in the Big City.
Get shot in the back casually as you're running.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you want to see Cloud take back shots?
I want to be the one giving him blowing his back out.
Tag anyway. Come on.
Like, I want to blow his back out, and I want Seth off to blow my back out.
Just a conga line, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Deal with that.
About damn time.
I mean, that feels like a good old time now, doesn't it?
Suck on this. Time to fry.
Okay, Barrett.
It's on you.
No.
I guess that's JKR's answer.
I mean, JKR, you don't have to be invited to the blowout.
Let's make it hot. Good luck.
I got this.
I mean, Barrett felt left out with his stuff on this. So I'm like, okay.
Take the lead.
I got it.
See? Barrett's happy that I said okay.
Come on.
I'm waiting.
I'm not gonna go further.
That was close.
Oh, and of course, Dash Cat is going to 65. Boom.
Let me handle it.
Damn, Tifa's dead. Tifa's fucking dead, guys. It's just like the Aerith shippers predicted.
You're a real pain in the ass. Get your shit together. Got some fight left in you.
Mm-hmm.
We still
Wake up loud.
All set.
mind over me.
I got this.
This time.
It's on you.
You need
Let's do this.
Okay. Kiraga. Definitely. Initiate rotary attack. Damn, it's a shame that you don't get Ramu during this fight. But Chocobo and Moogle was a good choice for this because this boss is weak to lightning and wind. The downside is we have to see that ugly ass Moogle.
The Mr. T had 3 different commercials.
Yes.
They had the Mohawk grenade, and there's 2 cuts of it, which I just learned now. I only saw the original cut, which is the longer one. And then the Mohawk with the Mohawk Night Elf or something.
Oh yeah, the Night Elf Mohawk.
Yeah,
That was his first commercial.
You're up.
yeah.
My turn. It's on you.
But the Mohawk grenade is just so much more memorable.
this is gonna sting.
Hang back.
Uh-oh.
Just realized
Durga!
Flare and Demi isn't in this game, unfortunately.
As they click to the stream, when it went like Flurga, like wait.
fighting this sophisticated piece of Shinra military hardware, and meanwhile there's just a chocobo riding a Moogle in the background.
As you do.
Don't get caught in the open.
Seriously, what? Like, I was laughing at this satellite lasers. I'm sitting here like, couldn't they just find Avalanche's hideout in this satellite laser the fuck out of it?
That was the point of dropping the plate.
And we see how well that works.
Wow, they hit nothing.
I can't do it right.
Watch and learn. Gonna make your eyeballs pop. You got this.
My turn.
And it heals right up.
Sex.
Now is not the time for sex.
I mean, this is satellite laser. I'm pretty sure it could release that pressure. We scratch that itch.
Oh, I see. I never, like, did this fight the proper way. You're supposed to guide the laser so it hits. Like, I just brute forced my way through it on my other playthrough.
I wonder how many people brute force it now, out of curiosity.
There we go.
Do this without you.
Oh yeah, doing the laser would have been so much easier. Auto repair system. 50%. 60. You know what? It's so weird. Like, I'm pretty sure Proto can tell you because I did the voice thing I did. Is I'm so shocked by the fact that I sounded that feminine when I did the voice.
It's on you.
And the only filter was the one that made it sound like I had an echo. Bow with the sword, Barrett with the guns. Tifa, I'm going to punch the shit out of this robot.
And it's Tifa that defeats it.
We win again. Not
Here's the thing.
It's that bit from Return of Cooler's Revenge, The Reckoning, abridged, where it's like, I know how we defeat him. We just have to hit them really, really hard.
Dash Cat, the funny thing is, for my deep ass voice, I can get some high notes.
If I do the proper warm-ups, I can hit some high notes, mostly with, like, falsetto range. Like, I've practiced a lot of singing, I believe, in a thing called Love by the Darkness. Which, that song is almost entirely in falsetto.
Hey Tails, how's it going?
Hey, Miles is here.
Just launched him.
He just grabbed a grappling hook with his bare hand. His only hand.
It would have made it. So wait, he dropped the one he had before, I'm guessing, right?
such a thing.
Yes.
Too much excitement.
Would it make sense for them to keep on the one he had and have the grapple hook attached to the gun? His good hand. As opposed to his bad, as opposed to his bad hand.
His only hand is both his good hand and his bad hand. When you think about
Could you
it.
imagine him having carpal tunnel? Or Oh man, or arthritis in that hand. Oh god.
Could you imagine him like spraining his wrist?
Oh.
Or like he gets a splinter and it's like, well, fuck, what do I do now?
He had to put the tweezers in his mouth and get it.
That's good.
Here's the thing, I joke about it, but that actually happened to me when I fucked up my left arm at work, right?
Rolled out
Yeah.
the welcome.
Remember how I was technically injured and I was on leave?
I wonder if this
Yeah.
is a lost cause.
I got a splinter in my good hand. I really couldn't lift. I mean, I had access to my actual hand, but it hurt because I was trying to bring it to my face. So I had to do my actual mouth and like awkwardly look into like the mirror.
I got an idea. Frontal assault, guns blazing. Big
The thing is,
story.
I think
Why do you
canon-wise, he's right-handed. So the good arm makes it really yikes.
Rear entrance. We'll get inside via the parking garage.
Did the thing from the bus cover, yeah. For some reason, it just feels more impactful in the PS1 cover, you know.
So yeah, they do it twice in this game because the first time is outside the reactor. This time it's outside of Shinra HQ. And the reason they do it outside of the reactor is because that was a one-to-one recreation of an iconic shot from the reactor bombing section of the PS1 version.
Yeah. I know what I did here too, just to kind of give it that feel. They're probably going to do it again in the third game.
Security's looking pretty tight.
Huh. So they know
If you know, you know. I'm not going to say
Somehow,
why.
I don't think it's all for us. Could be for Avalanche.
So
Wu-Tai.
can't be
through my own experience in
That only put
Rebirth,
the war on
which
pause.
I'm not going to spoil Rebirth, obviously. But I am going to sort of deflate some hype for it. They took out the ability to date Barrett.
No.
either way.
They made it so if you have a high relationship score with Barrett over Tifa and Aerith, then you
We're here
just
to
go
rescue
solo.
Aerith, remember? We don't need more attention than what we're gonna get. We need
I'm with Dash Cat. Cringe.
But my
Counterpoint. On the
Yeah,
second time,
Well, then make it later.
on your revisit to the Gold Saucer, you get a second date. And this time, if you get anyone that's higher than Aerith and Tifa, so you guys know what to go for, you get like a group date with Sid, Barrett, Red 13, and Vincent.
Boys Night Out. Yes.
Yes.
Dude. Why does that have to seem more romantic than anything, right? Hold on, Dash Cat. Do you agree with me that date night with the boys just sounds really romantic, right?
Yes.
Let's see. Wait, how did you? Oh, I remember you talked about the PC having issues. I remember you told me about that, Tails. I have no idea how the BIOS just yeeted itself. Depends, Dash Cat. Please elaborate what would make it romantic and what would not make it romantic. And welcome back.
I mean, it depends on what the boys are doing on Boys Night Out. Yeah, it also depends on the vibe of who you're hanging with. Like, if
Well,
it's,
I mean,
it depends on the boys involved.
like the boys are basically Cloud, Barrett, Red 13, Sid, and Vincent. Oh, that was I know who it was. Yeah, I would play Smash Bros with the boys and Smash Your Boy. Yeah, be down for that.
There. That's a Shinra truck, isn't it?
Which one?
Hmm?
Which one?
Which one?
Smash with the boys or smashing your boys?
First you play Smash with the boys, then you smash the boys.
Okay. I misread that. I feel as if Sid wasn't there, it'd be 10 times gayer. Yes, Sid is so, like... Sid's like having your, like, not exactly homophobic, but, like, you know, I don't mind them if they keep it to themselves kind of uncle to, like, your boys' night out.
Anything?
Yeah.
All clear.
Roger.
It's not gay to like Vincent. No, it isn't.
It
He's
never
the
was.
He's one of the prettiest boys in this series full of pretty boys.
The guy that Barrett said on. What if he said? It would be funny if that guy says harder, daddy. Can you imagine that?
Going in.
The reason Sid is grimacing is because he couldn't join in. He didn't have his goddamn tea.
Hey, what's going on?
Bring it on.
The idea was to not get noticed.
Also, I haven't gotten to where they introduced Sid yet, but from what I've heard, they did some touch-ups to how Sid's written, so he's not, like, you know, abusive to his lab partner.
Yeah.
Which, good.
Sid is secretly the gayest character.
Sid's the guy that claims that gay stuff disgusts him, but he has a whole like he's known to go on extended he's known to go on extended trips to the YMCA. Or like to the local massage parlor.
Sid is a gay uncle that would make you gay. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Sid is definitely a bratty bottom. Hold on. You wouldn't know why that works. Like, it also works.
Why?
If you ever watched the Machinima Abridged, he is technically a bottom.
I finally started watching Machinima Abridged, and I love it so far.
Where you're at right now, so I know where I can cut
I'm
off
still
at.
on season 1.
Okay. Yeah, are you loving how they're portraying Aerith?
Yes.
Like the pure innocent type. And you're like, you have the poor innocent vibe. Really? The whole EQ up thing was just, oh god.
I mean, my favorite thing so far is probably Elmira. How she's a hippie.
Oh.
Anytime.
The portal into the Zen with I can't remember the oh god. You already know I love Reno.
They're not drugs.
Hey,
they're not drugs. They're inhalables, or whatever she called them.
Hey, you know I love Reno.
Yeah, I loved what they did with Reno for his introduction.
You're gonna also love how they do Rude. I have a feeling where you're at. I'm not gonna say more than that. You're gonna love how they do him, Song, Elena.
Sid after gay sex. This doesn't make me gay. I'm just experimenting. Sid's the kind of guy who, like, raw dogs and then gets raw dogged, you know, back and forth. So both of them are satisfied and then says this isn't gay because the balls didn't touch.
Like we kept our socks on.
No, it's like this isn't gay because we said no homo.
You know, so there's the kind of guy to be like, our balls didn't touch, we're both wearing socks, and we both said no homo. He would go through a list. So it equals the FBI agent from Boondock Saints.
No. You know who Sid is? I can't remember the name, but that one rapper from the Boondocks, where like he's very obviously gay. But
not Thugnificent.
Not Thugnificent, the other one. Gangstalicious.
There we go. There we go. I was supposed to look it up.
Gangstalicious, homies over hoes.
Dude, Dick Rod and Obama.
Yeah.
Dude, I actually want to make dick riding. If I wasn't busy with work and stuff, I would love to make dick riding my my call. So whenever people call me, Dick Rod.
I remember I went to a hentai panel at NecoCon one year, and they had like a playlist of songs as like, you know, warm up while they were filling up the room. And one of the songs they played was Dick Riding Obama.
Oh God. So on Team 4-Star they have a machinima abridged version of VII. If you haven't seen it, I do recommend it. It is actually really good. They did some original compositions as well, and the voice acting is top tier.
They even lip synced it when they didn't have to.
Yeah. Like I love like the exaggerated portrayals of the characters they did. I love it. Like they made
my favorite character so far, like favorite character quirk so far is Jessie.
He did that.
Tell Jessie I always thought her voice was hot.
Why is that?
I can't remember what his answer was.
It sounds like she's constantly giving you a blowjob. It is like, he said that, and they start laughing. Like, what's so funny? He think his dick is that big. Let's see. I mean, keep in mind, Barrett basically was lost. Barrett keeps constantly losing stuff. Reese is sick, let it happen. Oh, dude, I'll do the homie, yeah. Hey, Shadow Dragon. Into the line, his back is turned, he's bent over, and there's two guards, a guard and a dog getting ready to, like, yeah.
You're getting completely screwed, fitting for what our subject matter was.
It still is. Remember, Barrett was hunched over, and his back was turned, and woo.
Yeah, now it's appropriate. Now that redeems appropriate.
You know what's messed up?
What?
This entire day, right? My mind has been in the gutter.
When is it
for
not?
Hours. No, more than normal. Because normally it'd be like maybe an hour there, clean for a good, 3 hours. Maybe 10 minutes dirty. No, my mind has constantly been dirty.
You talking about that makes me think of one of the most cursed things I've seen in an officially licensed Nickelodeon game. That doesn't have to do with like hidden content or behind the scenes stories. It's just like, from later era Nickelodeon games when they stopped recording new audio for their characters and just reuse clips from the show out of their respective shows out of context for like their lower tier licensed games. There was a Nickelodeon Major League Baseball game. And one of the random quotes that SpongeBob can say, devoid of context when he's up to bat, is, "I'm a dirty boy."
Oh, you showed me that. Yeah, Dash Cat. The thing is, you say it sounds like normal. The thing is, when I say this is abnormal, I am literally at work being like, I want her, I want her, I want him. Keep in mind, I'm giving you guys a G version of this shit. I'm not, you know, if it's my stream, I'll go in more detail, but it's not my stream.
If we had the option of abandoning Barrett, I'd fucking take it. He screwed up, now I'll face the consequences. Fuck Barrett. Barrett's a cool guy once you get past this part of the story, and he like Rebirth is where he Rebirth slash you know, the post Midgar stuff is where Barrett really starts to get some emotional depth beyond just his fatherly relationship with Marvette.
Because Barrett is daddy.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I wouldn't say fuck Barrett. Well, fuck Barrett in a different way. I wouldn't say to abandon Barrett because he's a good guy. He's just got a rough exterior due to personal trauma that we haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah. So whenever you get to it in OG or Rebirth, that's when we'll talk about it then.
Yeah, I've gotten to it in Rebirth already, or at least to the start of his whole trauma dump.
I know Dash Cat saying, but yeah, dude, let's get together with Barrett and let's make it a boys' night, right? Get some pizza.
Yeah. Get some pizza. Get some brewskis.
He does it. He has beautiful eyes.
Yes, he does. That was one of the things I was struck by when he takes his shades off for the first time in this game. Is like, why are his eyes so pretty?
This motherfucking Barrett. But the funny thing is,
like, he's this gruff macho dude, and he just has the prettiest, like, radiant eyes in this game.
You know, I want to cosplay Barrett, but I'm trying to figure out which version I want to cosplay.
No!
Because you have OG, you have Advent Children.
Yeah, Advent Children. For what little time he shows up for in Advent Children. What the, you know, now with
a chainmail shirt.
Like, with the context of with the context of having seen how these characters are portrayed in the original now, I'm disappointed at how little the cast is used in Advent Children. Like, yeah, I like the increased focus on Cloud and Tifa.
That'd make the most sense.
But like, most of the party members just show up for a couple of fight scenes.
So basically, Barrett's Advent Children design would be real easy to do. Want to know why?
Like in a movie where everyone's got like some peak early to mid 2000s fashion going on, Barrett's easily got the most metro design.
Yeah, dude, are you, instead of going for black fishnet, go for silver or gray fishnet. Cut it up a little bit, put a vest on, throw some green army pants, and call it a day. Like,
you forgot Yuffie and Vincent are in the movie, and they make a reference. They make like a very cheeky reference to the fact that they're optional party members in the original, where like when they show up for the fight against Bahamut Sin,
let's just keep heading.
Like one of the kids is like, "Who are those two?" And then Tifa just says, "They're our friends."
On his life, like, I don't want to. I have some in-game stuff, and it pertains to. I don't want to say it. It's too much. Okay. One thing I will say that's not spoilers, right? I love how they basically say Vincent doesn't have a phone in the movie.
Yes, and like when he shows up again, he's like, I came here to get a new phone.
Also, Yuffie is really cute in the Advent Children movie.
Yeah, it helps that she's aged up a bit.
Yeah, I think she's 19 in the movie. I think she's 18 in Diverge of Cerberus and 17 in the compilation.
No. Dirge of Cerberus takes place after Advent Children.
Oh, you're right. She's 18 there. Advent Children, she's 18, and then in the compilation where they talk about with her village, she's 17. Bring the chair along. Dude, hold on. You was bringing that chair along, because that's Air's weapon.
Yes, I love that you can just knock the chairs and like boxes and stuff around. Oh boy, time to bust. No wait, I got the wrong kind of bust in mind. I hear a music redeemer. I think it's either Corey Feldman or it's time to bust.
And the funny thing is, you know what happened? I was looking at the stream instead of the Discord by accident again.
Okay, now it's time to bust.
Bust. I mean, I think we all got busted in our minds.
Especially tonight.
Yep. Okay, we're just
Dirge of
thirsty for
Cerberus, Yuffie
Baron.
spends most of her screen time talking about how she wants to see Vincent's other Cerberus. They really play up the... There's like a weird ship tease between Vincent and Yuffie in Dirge of Cerberus, and I'm not totally against it. It just seems like I'm not totally against it with the context of how it's portrayed in Dirge of Cerberus, where they're like partners working on
As the lightest one here,
like working together on missions and stuff. It's just a random pairing that seems out of left field, other than the fact of they're both optional party members from the original. Let's pair them up.
Wish me luck.
I'm wondering if they will ever bring back the Versus Cerberus as a game for like PS.
Probably not as a game, but starting with the Yuffie DLC, they are including stuff from Dirge of Cerberus into the main story.
Dude, because here's the thing, we get okay. Hold on, I might be getting my games mixed up. I know we have Angel from whatchamacallit.
Shit! Tifa!
Are you okay?
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Sure.
Okay, I love these old style cars. I know they use them, and I just love old style cars.
Yep.
Like these are modeled after like the cars from like the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, that's what I like about the technology that we see in Final Fantasy VII. Like, I've seen a lot of people erroneously call it cyberpunk. It's not cyberpunk, it's diesel punk. It's like very clearly like Industrial Revolution
yes,
themed.
You can see with the train, because the train itself,
like early combustion engine kind of stuff,
yes,
as opposed to steampunk or like the futuristic cyberpunk stuff, or even retro-futuristic cyberpunk.
You can argue it does have elements of steampunk, being with the Sinra soldiers with their eyewear or Sinra robots you fight, but you're right, it's more industrial. And I think that's one reason why I love it so much. It's taking inspiration from, like I said, I'm mainly saying the 40s and the 50s because of how pronounced those designs are. But yes, from the 20s all the way up to about, I would say, 1955.
Yeah. Like it's less steampunk, where it's like, what if we had old-timey versions of stuff we have nowadays? And it's more, what if we just had old-timey stuff in a more modern setting? And yes, her final weapon is called Purple Pain.
I just immediately went Prince.
Yes, that's the reference. Fun fact, did you know that the only artist to constantly refuse Weird Al permission to do parodies of his songs was Prince?
Mm.
And out of respect for Prince, after Prince died, he still decided not to do any parodies.
And that's why we love Weird Al. He is very respectful.
I also read like why there's been kind of like a lack of new Weird Al music recently. It's 2 reasons. One, Mandatory Fun was his last album that he planned on making because his record contract was up, and he was like, if I make more music, it's just going to be singles released directly to the internet and to like streaming services.
Okay.
He's put out a couple new songs, mostly for TV shows, but he's put out 1 new single, which is a polka medley of songs from Hamilton.
Ooh.
Called the Hamilton Polka. But like why there's been a lack of like his traditional parody songs is the pop music landscape has gotten so chaotic that he has trouble figuring out what's going to be around long enough to parody.
Yeah, I relate to that because I can't really get into a lot of the modern day music. But speaking of older stuff, right? Remember how we were talking about in the live stream? It was the rock and roll, the metal one.
Brutal Legend.
Thank you, Brutal Legends. Yes. When the song "Rock of Ages" came on, you know, it took me till today to remember, and I was been thinking about this for a minute. Rock of Ages is also a Broadway play.
Yes, it's named after the song.
Yeah, I want to see it, but I know it's not.
I want to see the play. I've only seen the movie, and apparently the movie has fuck all to do with the play.
So we both need to see the play then.
Yes. One of the most disappointing things about the movie adaptation of Rock of Ages is the fact that Rock of Ages does not play once in the whole movie.
Oh.
Like, it's the title song. It would be like if the Mamma Mia movie never played Mamma Mia.
Oh, speaking about that, Dashka, you're a Taylor Swift fan, I think, right?
I mean, nowadays, it's hard. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone who doesn't like at least one Taylor Swift song. I am one of those people.
Oh, no. Someone in your community is a Swiftie, though. I'm trying to remember who.
I don't know off the top of my head.
I mean, you mentioned it before. I know it's probably been a minute, but some family
it wasn't someone in my community. It was an old friend of mine that I don't talk to anymore because he basically became a Nazi.
Oh. But what I was gonna say was, some family did karaoke and one of the Taylor Swift song came on, right? You know what the grandmother thought it was?
Damn, girl.
Mamma Mia.
Oh.
And it sinks, and the way she was singing it worked.
You can use that to look up
See, grandma, everyone was laughing, singing the words. She looked around and started laughing. Like the grandmother never looked.
Bingo.
It made it even funnier because no one knew why the grandmother was laughing.
Guess we can only get to the
Because I know Taylor Swift has an obnoxiously cultish fan base, I'm going to put this out there. I don't dislike Taylor Swift. I just don't. I just choose not to listen to music that doesn't interest me. I'm not saying she sucks or that she's overrated or anything. Her music's just not for my jaded ass.
I like a couple other songs, but more than that.
Like, I've never gotten into her early work because I'm not much of a country fan, especially not pop country. And I haven't gotten into her later work because I'm not much of, like, an EDM-infused pop fan. Blank Space is the closest to a Taylor Swift song I can say I like. And that's mostly in the context of where I first heard it, which was as part of a cosplay contest skit where it was performed by Misa from Death Note. Also, I like in the context of a shit post that keeps showing up in my recommendeds on YouTube, where it's like, oh my god, look at that face. Phil Swift here for flex tape. Oh my god, I just got the joke. Phil Swift.
Doors closing.
That's why they mashed them up.
So what can we expect further?
So I'm just double checking my
And restrictions. It's not gonna get any easier.
my liked shorts to see if it's in there, so I could put it in the meme group. And it's not in there. If I find it, I'll put it in for you guys later.
I also like that canonically Shadow the Hedgehog is a Swiftie. That was revealed in the last Twitter takeover. And because both he and Amy are Swifties, people have taken that as a new reason to ship them.
Oh god.
Because she talks
Why
about
can't-
taking him to a concert
One
with
step at
her.
a time, huh?
Why can't best friends just go to concerts together, right? Like, I would love to take you to. I would love to take you and JKR to a concert. Everything's just too damn expensive. Like, I am still mad about the Auto concert.
Wasn't expecting that.
Think anyone knows
How
here?
when one place it was $60, but for me over here it was like almost 1,000.
Doors closing.
No, we all know Sonic is Shadow's true love. He's already shown disgust towards being shipped with Sonic in the Twitter takeovers. Like, one of the... I think it was in the first takeover that Shadow was a part of. One of the questions was, what do you think of Sonado? And he said, one word, no.
20th floor.
Hmm.
Doors open.
Look, it's not Barrett's fault that the elevator keeps stopping on the wrong floor.
The elevator thing is a mechanic from the original game too.
Also, keep in mind, he's not into stealth. He's there's a reason that they retconned, starting with Remake, they retconned it so the Avalanche that he leads is a splinter cell of Avalanche that was splintered off because they were deemed too violent and too radical for the rest of Avalanche.
Yep.
Because, like, we get to see other parts of Avalanche in this and in Yuffie's DLC. And they're like, oh, we need to solve things through, like, subterfuge and stealth and espionage. Whereas Barrett's like, let's blow up reactors.
There's also a lot of lost, technically now it's lost media. Well, not lost media. The game itself is like defunct. You can't get it anymore, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
First Soldier?
Not First Soldier, the cell phone game before Crisis.
Oh yeah, that one.
Which they should honestly do a short
you
anime.
can emulate it because the files for it were preserved.
Yeah.
Right. Normal people work here too.
She probably called for help.
And Proto, I see the picture. Nice. You took my advice with the different positions, right?
There's an RPG Maker remake of it. Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do me a favor,
I
Proto. send that
love
to
this
me
part.
via-
Like, the fucking Shinra manager just gets into the elevator with the three most suspicious looking motherfuckers in the building and doesn't notice them.
Doors closing.
This is I was going to say like something about office politics, but no, this is just every like convention hotel elevator meeting where like it's like someone who's at the hotel for like a business conference gets into the elevator with a bunch of cosplayers.
People
And there's like one guy in a giant fursuit. He just looks at him like, okay.
It's not exactly a revelation, but it's easy to forget.
A good man who serves a great evil is not without sin.
That is true.
He must recognize and accept his complicity. He must open his eyes to the truth.
I have a funny story about that too. I was at 1 year at Animazement
Only then
We were in the elevators, and then the power went out.
I know you know this.
Oh, that's always
It's
fun.
actually not funny. It's kind of scary.
It's kind of traumatizing.
Yeah, I felt the elevator drop a bit, but
I know.
thankfully, obviously, we didn't die, or else I wouldn't be here. Or who knows? I could be a ghost. I could be a ghost cyborg vampire or elf.
And calling the Goose Boosters.
80, 90, 100%, 110. Mako supersaturation confirmed.
Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Mommy.
Cooling to reduce temperature.
So that's where they got the idea from the animation.
I mean,
That's
this
all I'm
dates
gonna
back.
say.
Are you talking about the Mako infusion, or are you talking about Scarlet?
Meeting shortly.
Scarlet with the guy on the bottom.
Your
Yeah.
timing is impeccably
I know what. Okay, this makes all
Mako density and
the reason that I know about the animation. If you know the animation, then yeah,
Increase in core materia.
this explains a lot. This is also technically canon. The only thing is, what's the name, or asleep when it happens?
Now, show me something truly exquisite.
Am I gonna have to censor this?
Contaminants registered.
We're leaving.
Materia growth accelerating.
I love how her footstool just crawls on all fours after her when she leaves. You can tell he's not being abused. He's into it.
Clean up the mess, would you?
I think you might be right.
I am right.
So this is the Skyview Hall, huh? Bet this place cost a fortune and then some.
Not going to lie, I am interested in it. You know, the whole pet life thing.
Hey, check it out.
Come take a look, Cloud.
I don't have a foot fetish though. You don't.
I mean,
have a foot
you
fetish
can
to
be
that.
into being stepped on without having a foot fetish. It's more of a being dominated thing.
Yeah, like I'm curious about it because I've always been in more dominant situation with relationships.
Beautiful.
But I'm curious, you know.
Right runs off her blood. And bit
Scarlet is definitely a dom. Oh, they don't try to hide that.
She is not. Yeah, she is. Fuck. I can't do words. Fuck. They don't try to hide it. She is definitely not. Yeah. Oh god, I can't do words. Honestly, because you're in that position, I would go with a one piece first, high waisted, and then also regular bikini. If you like, I could probably send you a picture after stream for a reference, Frodo.
Scarlet will bend you over, and I am not reading that. That would. Let's try and keep things within TOS, okay? I can't read that out loud.
I could make this PG-13.
Like, simmer down. Simmer down.
I'm gonna make this G, like not G, like PG-13, okay?
Yeah.
Scarlet would take.
You're gonna make the daytime TV edit.
Yes. Scarlet is the kind of person that would treat you to a horrible night, not buy you dinner, and won't apologize, and will make you just clean up everything with like with your own personal toothbrush, as if you were in the military. How's that for daytime edit?
I mean, as far as daytime edits go, we know nothing's ever going to top the... Nothing's ever going to top the TV edit of Snakes on a Plane.
I haven't seen that.
That's the one where we get the iconic Samuel L. Jackson quote, I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. And in the TV edit, because, you know, he can't say motherfucker uncensored on TV on, like, standard cable networks, they had him record, like, a tamer version of it that's poorly dubbed over the original, and they let him improv it. So he says, I've had it with these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane.
Even that would not pass on daytime TV.
Here for our grand tour.
With all the blanks.
Visitors have access to floors 60, 61, 60.
I mean, on Comedy Central, they just blank out the audio instead of bleeping it.
In that order.
Yeah.
By the exit of each floor, you will find a device that will allow you to update the key card in your possession.
So the whole key card thing in here has you like going on tours of Shinra's different departments.
Why is this whole thing gotta be such a big pain in the
I'll
ass?
say, fuck.
I'm with Barrett.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
You think everything's going too well?
Yeah, I do.
Also, would you be happy if I told you that the mayor gets an expanded
If
role?
it is, then bring it on. Let's get this party started.
Instead of being a
Yeah,
completely
actually-
optional NPC to talk to who just gives you an item if you guess his word correctly.
I am curious about this.
I'm gonna
I'm
try
gonna
and at
be-
least make it to the mayor stuff tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna BRB for a moment. I just gotta get a little bit of medicine. Okay.
Okay.
Cause my feet, my feet hurt. Oh,
Oh
God.
yeah, having to stand.
They hurt.
That's why I could never work security. I can't stand for that long.
It's one of the reasons why I'm trying to quit security. My feet were in bad condition to begin with, right? They're worse
Yeah.
now. Like working at Walmart made them really bad because remember I'm walking in shoes that really aren't made for walking. My feet were constantly wet with both sweat and from like rain because I really couldn't afford good waterproof shoes, right? But
Yeah.
you know that my feet are callous and fucked up. This job sitting in one spot, I think I actually might have corns.
Oh.
Just because I'm standing up for a long time, and it's where the arch is at.
This seems like a security risk. I mean,
every pillar.
Shinra's security has proven to be pretty shit throughout this whole game, so it's on brand.
See anything out of the ordinary, I want to know.
Alright, so let me BRB and get my medicine.
Sorry to bother you, sir.
No, it's fine.
I brought the damage assessment for Sector 7 you requested. Sir, perhaps you should try and get some sleep.
No, not yet.
Sleep
I
is
need to
for the
finish
weak.
preparing my draft of the reconstruction plan before tonight's board meeting.
Reeve is so handsome in this game, WTF. I agree.
Whatever reasons they might.
They did not need to make him this
destroying
handsome.
An entire sector is
Like, this is a game filled with pretty people,
Director.
pretty boys, but this is a
I
handsome
strongly
boy.
advise you not to say such things outside of this room.
Don't I know it?
Oh, hello, John Wick. He does look like Keanu Reeves. Holy shit. Reeve looks like Keanu Reeves. Holy shit. It's gotta be intentional. I both hate and love that. Thank you for it. He's breathtaking. Agreed. Now let's just we're going to, you know, patiently wait for Kier to return so we can start the surprisingly shitty tour of Shinra. I love the tour section because it's like the worst tour that you could go on for like a corporate thing. Like, not shitty in terms of like you know, everything goes wrong and like people get hurt, but shitty in terms of like it's just so half-assed and it like everyone's either half-assing their parts or stuff's just out of order, so you get like you don't get to see anything cool. Don't forget the combat simulation. Yeah, the combat simulation, unfortunately, doesn't have really anything of note until, hard mode. Or, you know, post-game, of course. Which, I'm not really gonna be doing post-game or hard mode unless I decide to do, like, a separate hard mode run of this. Like, I'm still gonna... I have to do the combat simulation for story progression, but, all the cool combat simulation stuff is post-game. It's okay, you're not missing anything, because, we're still waiting for Kier to return.
How did I get this disease?
You may ask yourself.
What are my treatment options?
And you may ask yourself.
How will this affect my loved ones?
And you may say to yourself.
You may be entitled to financial compensation.
I'm back.
Welcome back. You ready for the shittiest corporate tour?
I've been on quite a few, so I get to rate these then, don't I?
Yes.
Oh, this is just narcissistic at this point.
Our humble home.
Oh, hell no.
Here in the Memorial Museum, you can learn all about our president, as well as the various divisions that make up the company. And of course, the city of Midgar and the miracle of Mako energy. Whatever takes your fancy, you're sure to learn something new.
Yeah, shut up.
I just love how Barrett's not putting up with this shit.
The thing is, I'm with him.
Yes, I agree. Like, it looks like every bad corporate museum.
So, hold on, that picture right there, right?
Yeah.
This is actually canonical with Final Fantasy X because Shinra is the little boy from the game that made, well, the Shinra Corporation. The thing is, to my knowledge, and I need to fact check this, the connection between Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy X was made as a joke.
And I feel like
yeah.
They haven't referenced that as like a serious part of lore in the remake series. I feel like that's just like an Easter egg.
Yeah.
Because they still treat this as like President Shinra being the founder of the company.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the fucking glamour shots of the workers. Like, it looks like... I don't know if it's just the pose, but to me it looks like he's trying to hammer something with a wrench.
Looks like he's trying to break a TV.
Yeah, he's also in 10 too.
Well, Shinra is in 10 too, not 10. I messed up on that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
The mayor of Midgar. Look at that glorious mustache. His fucking custom gold-plated gun, like he's fucking Francisco Scaramanga or something.
You think he's the guy from GoldenEye?
So Francisco Scaramanga, the Golden Gun guy.
Which one that was? I'm with a different character, maybe.
I mean, there was a sequel. There was a sort of sequel to the GoldenEye N64 game called GoldenEye Rogue Agent, where you play as a guy named GoldenEye.
Okay.
You might be thinking of Goldfinger.
Maybe that's probably why. You're more familiar with the franchise than I am.
Or, given your age range and interest in comedy, you might be thinking of Goldmember.
Yeah.
From Austin Powers.
Hey, buddy. How's the grand tour? I hope you're all enjoying yourselves.
Okay, I looked it up right here. It really just a little illusion between the games that the writers placed there. Okay. So basically,
yeah, it's not meant to be a serious retcon.
The trash man.
I know, but my thing is like every YouTuber, like every Final Fantasy YouTuber, were saying that it was canon, that they were connected.
Yeah, and the reason that every Final Fantasy YouTuber was saying that is because Did You Know Gaming stated it as if it was fact. And yes, we have to watch the slideshow before we're allowed to move on, because this is the shittiest tour.
By giving you a closer look at each of our divisions. I hope you're ready to be amazed, because you simply won't believe all the exciting adventures we have here.
I mean, when I worked for Burlington Coat Factory, they had something called the Burlington Coat Factory Wizard.
Okay, just wait until you see the hologram projections and like what all the different Shinra executives have to say. Like, let's see what Scarlet has to say about the Advanced Weaponry Division.
The Advanced Weaponry exhibit is currently undergoing maintenance. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Off to a great start, right?
No!
Give me a moment. Welcome to the Shinra building. Has taken rocket systems developed for military applications and adapted them to a different purpose. The search for new precious resources in the infinite reaches of space. That being said, since we have plenty of Mako at the present, those plans are currently on hold. It's a bit of a shame, really.
And there's the model of the rocket.
Hold on, I got stick bug still. And okay, there we go. Okay. I'm still laughing at my old meme that's been nuked off the internet.
The North Korea rocket launch where it fell over.
Yeah. I'm still mad that Meme Center got deleted all the stuff because it got bought out.
Welcome to Shinra headquarters. My duties as Director of Research and Development are, in all likelihood, far beyond your ability to comprehend. So there will be no
I'm with Dash Cat.
as it would be a waste of my time and yours. But rest assured, we are making great strides. Albeit not at this particular moment, because I'm filming this rubbish instead. I believe I've wasted enough of my precious time as it is.
He's so hostile.
So, good day.
He's so hostile to the people taking a tour. Just keep in mind, this is pre-recorded.
I mean, when you know Hojo's history, it makes sense.
Yes. And when you say Hojo, just wait until you see what they do with Hojo in Rebirth.
The public security exhibit is currently undergoing maintenance. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Is this not the shittiest tour?
I've been on equally shitty, honestly. By the way, Dash Cat, you would love how they portray him in the Machinima Bridge. He's like, it's my. I'm not sound like Dr. Doofus doing it.
Our mission here at Urban.
We were also talking while you were gone about how handsome Reeve is in this game, and Nerdy Fur had pointed out that he looks like Keanu Reeves.
Infrastructure, the pillars and railways that run all throughout the city.
I'm not sure if Hojo's what happens when you bully someone too much, or when someone doesn't get bullied enough.
When this project has been completed,
bullied enough.
It will provide
Have a good night, Nerdy Furret.
Numerous locations all across Midgard.
Not Nerdy Furret. Night, Nicky Art. I'd say I'd eat something because I haven't, medicine and all that.
So 2 of the exhibits were out of order.
Impressive, wasn't it?
You're out of order.
Learning about our divisions. And the wonderful ideas and solutions that are produced to benefit us all. Here at Shinra, we strive to ensure the safety of all residents around the clock.
By jumping
Kendrick Lamar needs to make a diss track on Hojo. He would find the most fucked up shit about Hojo.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we know some of the fucked up shit already. Ooh.
Yeah, but stuff that not even Shinra's aware of.
Now, moving along, the next exhibit will teach you all about the miracle of Mako energy and...
I just thought of something fun for a rapper to do. That's in the gaming.
So come on.
A rapper that makes diss tracks on video game characters.
That sounds like something Mega Ran would do.
Our home.
Maybe you have to tell them that and be like, yo, what do you think about this idea? And the alias for that person is called Figment.
The 8 Mako reactors form a ring around the center of our city and keep Midgard running day and night.
I think you need a -1.
Is a truly limited
Too soon?
At Shinra,
You need to minus a couple.
into the fuel and
And remove a whole plate from there, if you want to be an accurate model.
With Mako energy, our lives are richer and better than ever before. Mako keeps our lights on at night and made Midgar into the city that never sleeps.
That's why everyone in Midgar has insomnia.
Testament to man's potential.
This is just Final Fantasy 15 jokes.
Except that Mako has made people's lives better.
It's made people blind to the cold hard truth. Even I used to buy into that bullshit. Remembering that makes me even madder.
Rightfully so.
Congratulations! You can call yourself a proud Shinra scholar. Now, moving along. Next, you'll learn about our progress in advanced science and technology. Please.
I'd rather be called the big gay.
Visual entertainment.
That's a compliment.
So you want to be
Visual entertainment hall.
from
Showcase Shinra's cutting
the Chain of Memories fan dub. You want to be
immersive visual and audio
Marluxia,
experience.
Big Gay 420.
Relax and enjoy the show.
Yes. I mean, I did say, the medicine I took is technically accurate. It's like the only thing that really numbs a lot of serious pain, you know?
This place is empty. What the hell?
And now with his life data, I can finally activate my hyper metal cloud.
In the
distant past, our planet was home to a people we call the Ancients.
Why does this look like an isekai?
Many millennia before we discovered Mako, these precursors were already pioneering its use. Somehow they learned of the great reservoir.
I wonder if the ancient forest is going to look like this.
My name is John Dacre.
Yes, the presentation on the story of John Dacre.
John Dacre is the true ancient of the world.
We thought that Aerith was the last of the ancients. Sephiroth thought he was the inheritor of the planet. No, it's actually John Dacre.
Oh my god, I kind of want to get the John Dacre sound and then make it a Final Fantasy battle theme. That's Bahamut, yes! And Shiva and Aerith, of course.
Cloud looks so different in the CGI cutscene. Yes, because Square Enix has their own studio for CGI cutscenes for their games. That's like separate from the game development division.
Yeah, it's also one of the reasons why Titus, and I refuse to call him you know what, looks so different from cutscene to game.
Like, that whole studio formed as part of Spirits Within, and like, yeah. I'm glad that they managed to rework it as like a super high quality CGI cutscene factory for their AAA games, considering that Spirits Within damn near bankrupted Square.
Yes, I think Square just makes a lot of dumb decisions. Like, a lot of dumb decisions.
You wanna know how dumb, Spirits Within is an interesting case of bad video game movie where it wasn't like, you know, American directors fucking it up. No, it was made by Square. They formed their own movie studio just to make a Final Fantasy movie, and then like try and make more movies after that, and it performed so poorly that nearly bankrupted the entire company. And the reason that Square Enix exists is because Enix stepped in and merged with Square to keep them from going out of business.
Oh, I know this cutscene. Also, I mean, of course, Tifa's going to look different from the OG to the remaster. It's the evolution of the software and hardware.
It's also the fact that this is pre-rendered instead of an engine, so it's not using any of the in-game assets.
Well, the thing about the remastered Final Fantasy X is they messed up everything. Like that, I want that to be my wallpaper. Just that slow pan like that.
Sephiroth.
But think about Titus looking different in the remaster because they messed up everyone's face. Like, look at Yuna's face in the 10 versus the remaster.
So apparently Palmer drinks his tea with butter in it.
Yep, that's canon.
And he just sees Sephiroth casually walking by.
Like, this is canon to the original game too.
Crazy ass thing made me want to puke. And not just because of the presentation, but the content too. Ought to come with a warning. That ain't for kids.
That huge
Rated R.
What was that about?
Like I said, nothing you should show a kid.
Yeah, I hate Palmer. I love him. I love how they portray him in the Machinima Bridge.
Shinra experts. Your mission is to go out and tell everyone about the wonders of Shinra. Next, you'll be visiting the repository for Shinra's expertise and know-how. Please make your way to the 62nd floor, the corporate archive.
What the?
But I wouldn't go to floor 69.
Greetings and welcome. Avalanche, I presume.
Master Wayne has summoned you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I've come to escort you to Mayor Domino, per his...
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Okay, I'll hydrate.
The empty suit that's
I
just
need
a
some
mouthful
water.
to Shinra?
Yes. The mayor of our dear Midgar. The most magnificent city ever built. That Mayor Domino. The visual entertainment hall has been experiencing technical difficulties of late, and he suspected that these difficulties might impede your progress.
So what does the mayor want with us?
Speaking of which, did you know that there was one time when there was that Megamind movie that was supposed to appear for kids, but then it accidentally switched for Saw 3D for kids back then? I've heard of stories like that happening in various scenarios where like they play the wrong movie in the wrong theater.
Yeah.
Like I've also heard of like channel broadcast getting mixed up, so they play like the wrong show on the wrong channel. Like an infamous one where people debate whether it was like a signal hijacking or like cross signals at the local affiliate is like it was Playhouse Disney or Disney Junior or whatever it was called at the time was supposed to be showing Handy Manny, but they got interrupted by a few minutes of stuff from the Playboy channel.
Oh. That sounds like a hijacking. Also, Dash Cat, Palmer is not just punchable, he's truck tunable. Would you agree with me on that?
Palmer's not just punchable, he's puntable.
I'd rather go with truck tunable. I think Dash Cat saying yes to my. Oh, he agrees with both of us, I think. Yeah, I want to cosplay Barrett.
Through here.
Yeah, the both.
All right. You know how I said I at least wanted to get to the mayor's stuff tonight? We're about to meet the mayor. And you'll get to see, I like how they've rewritten the mayor of Midgar. He's the best. Yes. He's one of the best characters in the game. Right up there with Johnny and Roche.
Be right.
Ah, wonderful. You finally made it. I am the mayor of the great metropolis of...
Look at that magnificent mustache.
I thought I had a really good mustache when I grow it out.
So he's been covering for us the whole time, hacking security camera feeds to make sure that none of the guards can see them.
What the hell's going on?
Come on, think about it. You've been caught by security several times, walked in front of every other camera, and scared an accountant half to death. You hear the alarm? No? You're welcome. I can only assume your cell wasn't looped in. I am Avalanche's man on the inside.
Say what?
Huh. Is it really that surprising to you? You've seen where they put me. The mayor of the greatest city in the whole world.
I see what you're doing, Dash Cat. The SpongeBob thing. Bald! 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 My eyes!
Pricks thought I just shut up and accept it. But they were wrong. Dead wrong.
Huh. Well, this ought to make things easier.
We need to break into Professor Hojo's lab.
What? Why? You mean you're not here to give President Shinra his comeuppance?
We're here to save a friend who was taken.
But the president's gonna get his too, if I have anything to say about it.
Well, I don't particularly care what you end up doing, so long as it hurts Shinra.
Great.
So
we're gonna punch Shinra in the nuts.
64th floor.
Hold up. You telling me that that's the best you can do?
Old Mr. Clean ass head.
The best that I can do.
He buffs his head with Mr. Clean magic erasers.
But you're the mayor? Does this look like the office of a mayor? I'm a glorified librarian.
Actually, it looks more like an
meetings. sorting records and reports.
He uses turtle wax and one of those, like, rotary buffers on his head.
No one knows my pain, my daily torment. They've made me a pathetic shell of a man.
Okay, they did you wrong like us, but we'll make it right. So just calm down. Deep breaths, man. Deep breaths.
Let me see that key card of yours.
I'm also wondering who head is shinier, Domino or Rude's?
Rude.
Yeah, I don't know why I even asked that.
Here you are. You can now use it to access the recreational facility on the 63rd floor.
And then what are we supposed to do?
You look for a fellow Avalanche collaborator. Identify yourselves and he'll give you a key card to the 64th. The countersign is, the mayor is the best. Midgar's mayor is nothing less. Everyone says he's cooler than the rest.
Jesus Christ, I thought President Sherman was narcissistic.
That's the password you have to listen for.
I know.
Then you found your man. You got it?
I already forgot it.
Rude's special ability is to get a flashlight and solar flare you with his head.
Oh, God.
And instead of seeing Frieza in the shower, you see Palmer in the shower.
I still can't believe the mayor is working with Avalanche.
I mean, one blinds you, the other blinds you, mentally scars you, and puts you on unsubscribe watch.
It's like, can you help us? Yes, I could, but it's gonna cost you.
Been requested cannot be freely given, if you take my meaning.
You want money.
Disclosing confidential information entails considerable risk. Due compensation is to be expected. In this particular instance, that would amount to 10,000 gil.
Rip us off more, why don't you?
The 64th floor is reserved for our executives. The individual you seek is fastidious and well-dressed. This individual likes to visit the 63rd floor.
So there's a good reason to pay him for this besides getting clues.
Yeah.
Oh, are you dissatisfied with your purchase? How unfortunate. Perhaps this will help preserve our relationship.
Huh?
You get Barrett's best weapon.
Gratitude and appreciation.
I can't remember what it says. It didn't say missing.
EKG cannon.
Okay.
Well, it's not Barrett's best weapon. I think he gets like one more. But this is going to be his best one for now.
Top 3 best.
Yeah, it's basically a shotgun on his arm.
Uh-oh. You know what's coming, right?
Yes.
My God, the shotgun!
Even Shadow Dragon did it!
My God, the shotgun!
All of us basically did it.
My God, the shotgun!
Every time I look up, I just see it. Every time I look up, I'm just seeing the shotgun one. I can't even look down for like 3 seconds.
Let's get those attack damage boosts, overcharge boosts, critical hit damage boost, and attack power plus 10. That'll do for now. Honestly, his best weapon IMO is his first one. That's only because I use Barrett as a tank. Yeah, his first one is really good. I just fucked up on this run by not unlocking its main ability. So, like, it's really too late for me to go back to using his default weapon.
Hey, Dash Cat, do you think you can tank Barrett's shots?
Not the first, the second one. Okay, yeah, the second one's also really good. But I don't like the ability that you get from his second weapon. It's basically like the cover materia, except as an independent move.
Oh, okay.
Have a good night, Shadow Dragon.
Night, Shadow Dragon. I mean, Barrett has the HP stack to do it.
Yeah, this one, the light machine gun, is the one that Dash Cat's talking about.
He's like a Vaporeon.
He's like a Vaporeon.
Oh, I already know what video you're going to want me to do when I get to it. Not a Vaporeon run. The Umbreon run. I know you and Tails are both going to be excited to see that one.
Yeah.
I will say there's 3 back-to-back videos I'm going to have to do, and it's going to be actual torture. I think after I do the Blastoise one, I'm gonna do Pikachu, then do Charizard, then debate if I want to do Eevee or a Fairy. I think Clefairy is actually going to be more annoying. Excuse me.
Draw Barrett as a Vaporeon.
I mean, there's 2 different artists, I think, that you could do that for a commission.
Yeah, we got 2 artists in my server that are taking commissions.
Yeah. Actually, I know 3. Oh, 3 altogether, really, you know? Shiba, Proto, and Jinx. One of my personal friends. Is the one that did the little, below Persona, D&D character right here. I don't want to just use it for D&D, you know? I want to show it off a little bit.
Yeah. Understandable.
Love the work that she did. I really do. I constantly talk about her, too.
There he is!
About this precious promised land of yours.
The little sideburn things he has makes it look like he has chops, and I hate that even more.
You misunderstand my intentions.
I love how they textured his hair to look extra greasy.
So I can be left
Yeah.
Like, not greasy like, oh, he's using a lot of product. Greasy like this man has not showered.
Yeah. I mean, his face is greasy, too.
Yeah, they toned down his massive forehead and instead went for making him look like unhealthily, like,
if she had only trusted
gaunt and
trying to run, it could have played out
like someone who's like constantly up at all hours of the day working on stuff because they believe that sleep is overrated.
Though not completely.
I'm about to say something, and I'm about to make everyone who doesn't know anything about Final Fantasy go, what? I feel sorry for Lucrezia.
So do
I'm
I.
just going to leave it at that.
Such a precious
Let everyone wonder what I'm talking about, right?
We collected and cataloged every last bit of her. Hair, skin, organs, every fragment of every bone. As breathtaking and
Yeah, he's talking about how he dissected Ifalna.
you, my dear. Ifalna
Oh, my.
elegance, right down to her cellular structure. And there it is, that same elegance. Oh, yes. Time for yet another.
Really rough looking Willem Dafoe. I can see it.
Willem Dafoe in, like, Antichrist or something like that, where he's not supposed to look good. Cast death on his ass. Unfortunately, we can't do that this time.
Oh, like, you think you can't cast death on him because he's immune to death magic. You can't. Okay, hold on. I just realized something, right? Hear me out, okay?
Yeah. Are you going to say you would smash Hojo?
No. Oh God,
that's
no.
typically what hear me out is followed by saying you would smash something. I'd smash him with a hammer.
I would rather be castrated than to smash Hojo. Unless I'm smashing him with like a 747, with me not piloting it, and have it go about 700 miles per hour more than it's supposed to go, meaning it's coming from outer space.
Plate did just fall.
I like that they yes, this whole Shinra headquarters section of the game is incredibly padded, but at least the padding does some work to like humanize the lower level fronts of Shinra's management to show like they're not all cartoonishly evil. A lot of the people working for them don't know that Shinra's doing evil stuff. They're just working an office job as far as they know.
So, Dash Cat, will you agree that you would want to get a 747 going about 700 miles, meaning it's coming from outer space, crashing or smashing right into Hojo's face? That is fucked up. I'm not saying that.
Are you, Mr. Collaborator?
That's too current. Currentable.
Remember, say mayor.
Okay, so this part can go on for a while, and it's kind of funny. Because there's various NPCs you can talk to, where Cloud is just like saying, the mayor. Like this.
Hello there. So, what'll it be for you today?
The mayor.
Mayo? Sorry, we don't have any here.
People made memes about this back when this game came out, because of like Cloud just going up to random people and saying the mayor with no context.
Deeply saddened and outraged by this unconscionable act of terrorism, but at the same time we will not.
Barrett, I get your stress, but there's no need to pace.
I make this vow. We will find the villains responsible and bring them to justice. Are you listening, Avalanche? You
looking for a mirror.
Dogs. Run all you like. Shinra is coming.
Do you think the other plates?
I don't want to see Shinra. I don't want to see Shinra come. Only if it's Rufus. Yes, I'm going to knock down all the chairs specifically because you requested.
Are you military? Cool. I guess
You know,
been keeping you pretty busy around here.
You know what? I wish there was an achievement to knock down all the chairs. And the
What about the mayor?
Never mind.
you want that to be an achievement now, don't you?
Yes. That's something I would put in as an achievement.
The fact that we will both do that tells you a lot.
Oh, I'm gonna be here a while longer. The mayor. Hey, shush. I'm on the phone.
Like, I know exactly who you have to talk to. I'm just, showing how terrible Cloud is at this.
Please, just leave me alone.
The mayor. Please, just leave me alone.
No.
No. You heard Dash Cat. Don't leave him alone.
Okay.
Dude, what's he doing? Standing there.
Menacingly. Yeah, it's not just the mayor, it's the mayor, all caps. If I knew how to, like, do the proper, like, text for it, I would do, like, Cloud summons a stand. The mayor.
The milkman.
The milkman. I am the milkman. My milk is delicious.
The hell's that?
Combat sim.
Train
for battle in a virtual space.
The mayor stares at you intensely. Oh, we can knock the schools over, too.
Yeah, this needs to be an achievement.
Just committing petty vandalism on
that one just
the.
flew up and hit the chick in the face.
This is how we're going to strike back at Shinra. This is,
dude. No, hold on. You basically did Waffle House to that lady.
This is how we're. This is how we're going to strike back at Shinra for destroying Sector 7. Not by, you know, taking down the company, but by committing petty vandalism.
I thought you were going to turn into a Waffle House and sell tickets to the public.
It's not early in the morning enough for it to be for me to start a fist fight in the Waffle House. It's got to be at least 2 a.m.
Okay, I guess today is going to be 5 a.m.
What would you like?
IHOP is going to be 4.
Oh, there's a shop here. I didn't know that.
Oh. Me. I like how even Barry T for joining in.
The mayor.
Are you looking for the mayor? He's not on this floor.
The fact that it's the exact same voice clip every time makes it better. Okay, we've talked to everyone we can talk to.
Did you knock down every chair you can?
Every chair except for the ones that people are sitting in, because those cannot be knocked down. And this one, because it's stuck in a corner.
That's because you didn't use your sword on the guy.
You can't use your sword outside of combat.
Hold on, wait. Is that chair through the table?
Maybe it's better
That chair's on the table. That chair's on her lunch.
Dude, that's the chair that I think hit the lady, and I was laughing so hard, you know. And, you know, like, this is Waffle House.
Anywhere in Midgar is still safe.
There's the one episode of
You work here?
Boondocks.
Can I help you with something?
The chair.
The mayor
is the best.
Why'd you put your chair up on the table? You wanted to.
That's right.
Before I trust you with this key card, I need to see what you can actually do.
Say what?
Do you know what would happen if you got caught? We're putting our lives on the line here. Prove you're worth it. We have a state-of-the-art combat simulator. It can provide a real challenge, let me tell you. If you beat the sim, then the key card is all yours.
We have to beat the Sims.
Foreshadowing.
We have to play the Sims in order to get the... Okay. Weird genre change, but okay.
I want to play the Sims.
Cloud hack for this game that replaces all of his dialogue with just pitch-shifted variations of the mayor set to the
Tone of the voice,
the tone and rhythm of what he says.
You know, you could actually...
Everything else about the game is the same.
I'm gonna go on Nexus and see if me and someone can work together to do this.
There's a disappointing lack of interesting mods for Final Fantasy VII Remake on Mods Nexus, because most of them are just the same few variations of, oh, it's Tifa, Aerith, and Jessie, but they're naked.
But yeah, because if I could get the stuff, like all the Cloud lines, and someone's able to do that, like that would be fun. That technically would be my first collab working on a mod, you know, as well.
Cloud replace like all of his battle dialogue with him saying the mayor.
Yes. And instead of saying buzz off, it's the mayor.
I just got the dumbest vision of what this would be like in practice.
But that ha mean, the music one for
no. That scene that we saw earlier, where he's seeing the vision of Sephiroth summoning Meteor and destroying the world, and zooms in close on his mouth. The mayor.
Take it from here.
I deserve that.
That was me throwing it.
I know.
I like the meme that everyone came up with. Where it's like, hello.
Good to see you, twink.
Seven Mayor. Silly.
Sephiroth, 7 mayors until the end. That's probably because the PC version is really bad. As it turns out, most of the problems with the PC version can be fixed with some INI tweaks. But in order to tweak the INI and get it to save, you have to install a separate mod just to get it to read edited INIs.
Yeah.
Which is really easy. It's a stupidly easy game to mod.
Yeah. It was hear me out for the mod, okay? The thing is, like, whenever you know the original list, like Mako, whenever those keyword that list is also triggered, no matter who's speaking, it just says the mayor.
The elevator to get there. Once you're up there,
right?
What you plan on doing?
We came to get one of our friends. She's being held in a research lab somewhere.
You're such a puppy, Cloud.
Then she must be with Professor Hojo.
Bark for me.
To get to her. Access to R&D is limited to authorized personnel only.
Wow.
Okay.
A board meeting is scheduled to start soon. It's being held in the main conference room. President Shinra, Professor Hojo, and the other directors will be in attendance.
Think they like surprises? We can even take
it
as a hostage. Think of the leverage.
Try it, and security will be on your asses in seconds.
We need to find out what they're planning.
So you want to spy in their meeting? I have an idea. Head to the men's restroom. You can climb into the air ducts there. They go all the way to the conference room.
Thanks for the tip.
New content has been added to the Shinra Combat Simulator.
Excuse me.
I hope when Rebirth gets PC, there's a mod of Sephiroth with fox ears and a tail from the commercial. I forgot about that commercial. It was a commercial in Japan.
You're gonna train in the sim?
Which, you know, that's all you need to hear for it to make sense.
Cloud? Huh? You're Cloud, right? Holy shit! It's cool, bro. We went through training together. Damn. So you're still alive and kicking, huh? Some of the guys heard you got smoked.
Oh my god, I see the.
Hey, sit tight, man.
Oh god.
I'll be right back.
They Kunsel referenced. Isn't these two characters a reference to something? Yes, they're a reference to Crisis Core.
You okay?
Yeah,
But you were just...
I'm good. Let's keep moving.
Which, now, I will say, before you play Rebirth, play Crisis Core. Because it expects you to be familiar with the events of Crisis Core for some of its stuff.
So what's going to happen now?
I forego where I'm going. Oh yeah, the men's restroom. You played the original on PSP. To my understanding, the remake doesn't add all that much new. Other than, like, you know, tweak graphics and stuff like that.
Cloud, I've been waiting for you. You haven't forgotten me, have you? I'm an intern in the R&D division here. I took the liberty of
Hey, Discount Sora, how's it going?
to monitor your progress through the building. I will support you in any way that I can. I sense a surge in trust. We should keep this brief to avoid suspicion. I look forward to receiving all of your future battle intel submissions.
Ooh, what is chat? Let me look that up.
It's someone I don't think I've ever heard of. Like, I looked up last night, I was like, I'm not familiar with this person.
Want to believe there's something...
If there's one thing I have to give the remake series credit for, they cast a lot of relative unknowns as major characters.
On Ryan Peterson, can't even click the person. Like, they don't have any information for them. I mean, I can see them being an understudy for
Like I said, they cast a lot of relative unknown voice actors for major roles, which for a AAA game, that never happens.
Yeah. But I can see this person being an understudy for Sora's voice actor.
Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially because he's got, like, the awkward, unfittingly deep voice for the young-looking character. I don't mean to diss Haley Joel Osment. He does a great job as Sora. It's just, the only time it sounds objectively wrong is, Chain of Memories, because that's supposed to happen right after Kingdom Hearts 1. So it's, like, if you play them back-to-back, it's smash cut from, you know, kid-sounding Sora to 20-something-year-old man-sounding Sora, who's the same age between both games.
You hear that? It's your fault for going through puberty.
How dare you grow up?
If I may, sir, there was one other matter.
Like, it's more justified in Kingdom Hearts 2 because a couple years have passed. But, like, the only reason it's a problem is because Rechain of Memories came out after 2. And it got dubbed so late that,
That's right.
It got
You only get one chance.
it got dubbed so late that, you know, there wasn't really anything they could do about that.
Yeah. I'm still laughing about this.
But yeah, Haley Joel Osment is great. Also, it didn't click with me until I looked it up, but like my friend Mistress Dove, who everyone should check out her Kingdom Hearts retrospective videos, because she is the biggest Kingdom Hearts fan I've ever met and really knows her shit. She's like a big fan of David Gallagher, who voices Riku, for obvious reasons, because Riku's awesome. But it didn't click with me, like, where David Gallagher got his start before Kingdom Hearts. And it's like, oh, he was in that shitty Seventh Heaven show.
I remember Seventh Heaven. It was supposed to compete with Dawson's Creek, I think.
It was like the Christian answer to Dawson's Creek.
Wasn't Dawson's Creek somewhat Christian values?
A little bit of recon.
I don't know. I never watched Dawson's Creek. I watch good TV shows.
I didn't watch either. Like, if you want to laugh, I was like 5 watching All My Children because that was better than Dawson's Creek and that.
One of the most cursed connections I've seen made to Seventh Heaven, other than, you know, direct link from Kingdom Hearts to Seventh Heaven, is that, you know that song Turn Up the Radio that was in Vice City? Turn up the radio. The singer of that song did the theme to Seventh Heaven.
I don't even remember what it sounds like.
Standard hair metal stuff, like blatant Def Leppard ripoff.
Maybe, but this is...
Todd in the Shadows did an episode on them. The band's name is Autograph, which is a horrible name for a metal band. Especially a hair metal band.
No one's in here.
Love to show them what the ones down below look like.
Come on. Let's just find that duct.
But yeah, the reason that... you know how earlier on I brought up that they did, like, prequel novels and stuff for the Remake saga? That delve into the character backstories. Part of it is that they delve into that, like, unexplained period of what happened to Tifa between the Nibelheim incident and the beginning of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
As well as delving into, like, what her childhood was like.
On guard duty.
Right.
So, can I go with you? Don't want to be here any longer than I have to.
Yeah, sure. Just follow behind.
And one of the things
in there.
They go in, like, you know how people were memeing on how like in this game the most frequent victory quotes that Tifa has for random battles are stuff related to her needing to take a shower.
Yeah.
They actually delve into that and make it so give like a reason for why she's always wanting to take a shower and make it actually pretty interesting. Like when she first got into Midgar, she was so dirt poor that the place she lived in didn't even have working showers. So she had to like work her way to getting working indoor plumbing. So like before that, she had to use the communal showers.
Ooh.
So like it's taking showers is like her way of de-stressing after a long day.
Yeah.
It's where she feels at peace. And she views the ability to take a shower in private without having to use public showers as a luxury, no matter how shitty the slums are.
Yeah. Makes sense, because there's buildings in New York that don't have working plumbing or properly working plumbing. Heck, I'm having issues with my plumbing.
Sure they're safe.
But we live right by Sector 7, and I keep calling and calling, but I still can't get through.
I heard that all the phone lines are down. It doesn't...
And, trying to think of some others. Like, part of it is that I haven't read the novels, obviously, because they're not fully available in English.
Yeah.
They delve into, like, why Cloud was the loner type in his, in Nibelheim. And it turns out it's not because he was, like, the cool lone wolf. It's because he was kind of, like, his family was sort of, like, the pariah of the town.
Depending on the board's decision, we may start 2 projects simultaneously. Rebuilding the plate and
the other thing which I know about Tifa is, like, as a kid, she constantly needed to be the center of attention.
Each team needs to come up with a detailed
that makes sense.
schedule. We're going to
and as she's growing, in her adulthood, she realized that that's a very bad habit to have, and she's trying to break it. But she instinctively finds herself craving attention from Cloud at all times.
I mean,
do we know Cloud's dad? Do we know Cloud's dad? We don't have a confirmation of Cloud's dad, but apparently that Ever Crisis prequel game dropped some hints at who Cloud's dad might be.
Ah, okay. I gotta look at Ever Crisis.
Ever Crisis is on Steam and it's free to play. It also gives early, like, most of Ever Crisis is focused on, like, backstory for Sephiroth during his younger years.
This it?
That and alternate costumes for characters. Like, those are its 2 main things.
Hold on, I have this on my. I read it. Why is it?
I saw him.
Oh, wait.
With my own eyes.
It's there. Okay, I see it now.
Okay, so you know, like, how in the original version of the meeting, in the PS1 version, Hojo was like, we're going to breed Red 13 and Aerith together, even though that totally wouldn't work.
Yeah.
He has a much worse idea here.
Sir, I swear to you.
One that's so bad that everyone else is like, fuck, just can't respond.
Sir, I have the damage assessment for second.
But you know what's annoying?
Figures are catastrophic.
What?
Spare us the doom and gloom.
I got some pixel bleed on my screen.
Anything else?
From a picture I got earlier. You know, like a burn.
Well,
yeah.
Sir, also drafted a reconstruction plan for.
When I turn my monitor off later, it'll be fixed because it stayed on the white picture Proto showed me for a good minute.
Sir, I don't see.
Yeah.
Neo Midgar.
This PC one, the pixels burn really quickly, so it's like not much I can do about it. But they go away somewhat easily.
In their promised land, we will build a new Mako-powered metropolis.
You thought Ever Crisis was
Mr.
just a one-to-one
President,
remake
we
of the
still
original
don't know
game.
for
No, it's a
sure that the
prequel.
Promised Land even. Professor Hojo.
All right, get ready for Hojo's worst idea.
Expectations.
Have a good night, Dash Cat. We'll be ending after this, so you won't be missing much.
For our purposes, she should more than suffice.
So she can lead us to the Promised Land?
Well, Mr. President, that remains to be seen. I would like your permission to secure her cooperation through more forceful.
Good night, Dash Cat.
Forceful, yet gentle. She is a precious resource that must be handled with care.
Personally, I've never had a problem with torture.
My armory is at your disposal should you require anything.
I had something more psychological in mind. Better to scar the psyche than mar the flesh.
I hate everyone at this table.
Proceed as you see fit. However, you will not make the same mistake twice. Is that clear?
If I may, Mr. President, I have an idea how we might mitigate the risks. Simply
Here we
put,
go.
We could have the Ancient reproduce. In the absence of a second specimen, we would need to identify an alternative mate. I would start with candidates from Soldier. These would, of course, include S and G types. Quite frankly, there's no telling what kind of properties a crossbred specimen might possess. So, what say you all?
You can tell that was so fucked up that everyone else here is like, no, I'm not touching that.
If there is nothing else,
Mr. President!
meeting adjourned.
He's just ignoring it.
Sir.
He did. Meanwhile, Hojo's demented ass is like, I didn't hear a no.
Yeah.
Something stinks.
Just to lighten up the mood, you know what they say, Professor. He who smelt it dealt it.
Anything?
The man in the lab coat. Head of R&D. We follow him.
Okay. And then we kill the son of a bitch.
Not until he's led us to Eric.
Not into the third game.
Hey, Girdle.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, you missed out on Professor Hojo suggesting the idea of like, oh, we only have one ancient to work with, so we'll just use Aerith as a breeding slave. Like,
you know what the sad thing is? That sounds like it would have been cleaner than the way he mentioned it.
Yes, because he has to phrase it in the most creepy way.
You only have one. So I was thinking about breeding her with members of Soldier S and G types.
Like somehow not having him try to breed her with Red 13 makes it worse.
Were I to arrange a face-to-face...
Yes, because instead of just hey,
because Red 13's like not going to go through with it.
The defending hunter, we will have 400 cubs. Aerith is like,
nothing like
just look at her like, what?
Hashtag murder Hojo, gladly. This motherfucker has done some heinous shit even before this game started.
Dude, hear me out, okay? Okay. Everyone's weapon for a mod, okay, is a chicleta or a slipper.
You know what? Assuming that part 3 includes, like, part 1 includes this weapon, but assuming it gets brought back in part 3,
yeah,
use the bat to fight Hojo so we can bonk him.
You know what's funny? I never thought about getting the bat and bonking him. Also getting the mop, because, you know, Sid gets a mop as a weapon.
I did not know that.
I think it's missable. Is disc 2, I want to say?
Okay, so that would be probably in part 3.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not sure because Rebirth is really fucking long.
Yeah. It's going to be a combination of, well, it would be in part 3, which would be this 2. This 2.
Part 3's good. They've said it's going to be a trilogy, so part 3 is going to be discs 2 and 3, given that disc 3 is basically just the whole overworld plus fighting Sephiroth.
Yeah. And the FMV is so big on the yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason it was on 3 discs, is because FMVs took up so much of the disc space.
Definitely the one.
But you know, everyone's championing that, like, if part 1's called Remake and part 2's called Rebirth, part 3 has to be called Reunion.
Yes.
Oh, so hold on. This would be in.
Wait.
Let me see. Is a weapon that you would be able to get before would be the end of disc 1 or near the start of disc 2 for the original game.
Don't move.
So meaning you technically would be able to get this in Rebirth and in the other game if they play it the same way.
A dozen bullets in your head unless you open that door right now.
I'm fixing some of this stuff by playing it over the game and over the black stuff. But I guess time to rest, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of reboot the stuff.
You must be the ones who've been stirring up trouble lately. The eco-terrorists?
Nope, just terrorists. Not the wrong ones.
So, I can't imagine what business you have with me.
I was about to say, I can't imagine.
The president's upstairs. Go on, shoot.
He wants you to kill the guy.
Keep walking.
But he wants you to kill the president. That's hilarious.
Yeah, because Hojo can't, like, the way they write Hojo in the remake series is he couldn't give a rat's ass about Shinra and the company's ambitions. He's just using them as, like, infinite funding for his experiments.
Kind of like the guy that sits on his ass all day, gets paid by the dollar to do nothing. Fun story time. That used to be me at one of the job sites. Because all we had to do was make sure the building didn't catch on fire, and then scan the thing 3 times, and that was it. Like every hour.
I promise. You will regret this.
Just shoot him. Like, why didn't Barrett shoot them?
Keep in mind, the ghost guys would intervene to prevent that.
Yeah. But even the original, why didn't you shoot them?
But yeah, this is the boss we're ending off with tonight, by the way. Oh, hi, Cthulhu.
Also, why doesn't Hojo make himself immune to poison? Because these guys are immune to poison in the original game.
Yeah, they're immune to poison here, too.
Yeah, poison actually heals them, I think. Like, it puts a regain effect on them in the original game, I think.
Weak to lightning, okay. I'm not sure if the head pat went through because, I need to adjust the head pat redeem for the 3D model so it plays the sound that I have set up for the 2D model. That way I can make sure it goes through.
I think you might be right.
Hey, Cloud Sato shows up just in time for the end of tonight's stream while we fight this monstrosity. God damn it, I've got Homestar Runner brain rot still. So I make myself think of Homestar Runner quotes where it's like, I say, thou monstrosity, do you know the times? Also, because Cloud inadvertently reminded me with the I think you might be right clip, here, you will be happy to hear that people have found more episodes of Cult Tunes and archived them.
Ooh.
Like, there used to be only 2. I think there's, like, somewhere between 5 and 7 now.
Okay. That's what's up.
We should totally do, like, a Cult Tunes watch stream.
Oh, hell yeah.
It wouldn't be archived because, it keeps getting, like, people keep trying to re-upload the episodes even without commentary, onto YouTube, and they keep getting taken down.
Hmm.
Like, we also found out that, in recovering from a headache after being overboss in Fallout 4. Sorry to hear that. Not about the headache, about playing Fallout 4.
No, the overboss is what? Nuka World, I think?
Yeah, Nuka World. Cloud's been doing Nuka World for the past few streams.
Ooh. It's a good DLC. like it's on par with, I want to say, Fallout 3's.
Don't overdo it.
It's I think it is. Steel City. Supposed to be like, oh, it's like on par with one of those DLCs. But that one is like super iconic.
Steel Harbor, I think it was called.
Yes, I think it's Steel Harbor.
I'm not sure. I don't
There's
play
a few
Fallout.
Harbor. There's a few
I don't
Harbor,
play
the
many
one-
Bethesda games because I don't like to subject myself to mediocrity.
Honestly, I will say Fallout 3 is decent.
Like, I like playing bad games. I don't like playing boring bad games. I like bad games that are funny bad. Games that have an interesting story behind their badness instead of the director overpromised what the team could realistically deliver and has a history of doing this and people still keep falling for it.
I still want to play Skyrim together with you.
You would have to pay me to play Skyrim.
The funny thing is, I know some mods that fuck up the game that I think works with Skyrim together would make it even funnier.
Like, I think Skyrim mods are funny to watch. It's just I've never found, like, a Bethesda RPG game that engrosses me. They always lose my interest really quick.
I'll be honest too, though. Like, when it comes to Fallout 3, watching challenge runs are actually pretty fun. Like one of my, I'm not sure if he, I forget which Fallout game he did. No, Fallout 4. Can you beat Fallout 4 as a Deathclaw and stuff like that? So it was kind of funny. One thing about the Deathclaw is they did make them weaker as the game progressed.
Like, the only thing I know about Deathclaws is that, like, there's a meme with New Vegas first-timers where they tell them to go down this one path as a shortcut, and the joke is that it has a Deathclaw on that path.
Ah. Beginner's trap, yeah.
Alright, time to summon Shiva, because we don't get Ramu, which would be really useful until we do the Yuffie DLC.
Yeah. The whole "this fight's not over yet," you know what that makes me think of? Because I do be suffering from brain rot. Mega Man X4. It's not over yet! Oh, God.
You know that thing that Zero says every time he's near death.
As you said that, I immediately went to X going,
time to get serious!
Yeah. What's messed up is I thought of it, completely forgot it, and then like, oh God. I.
Mind taking over? Let's do this. I'll take over.
Throw a grenade.
Do I have grenades in my inventory? I
was
showed them
joking.
all.
I was joking.
Okay, I'll throw. I've got 21 grenades.
You know what came to mind? A 21 gun song.
Oh, that song sucks ass.
But yeah, you have 21 grenades.
I'm not big on Green Day. Like, I like American Idiot, and that's about it. I've also got exploding stuffed animals.
What?
Yes, those are actual combat items you can get in this game. Exploding stuffed animals.
Oh, wow. I will say I like a couple of songs. Boulevard of Broken Dreams is one of them.
I don't like their slower, more down-tempo songs.
Understandable. Like, I'm trying to remember some of the songs. I think there's a few songs they like. I can't remember all of them.
Need a breather.
But I prefer Blink 182 overall, though, compared to Ikubinos doing.
I mean, if you're going with like your like mall pop or mall pop punk music, then Blink 182 clears. No context. No contest. Like apparently in recent years, Green Day's gotten into like their boomer phase, where like one of their most recent albums was like trying to advertise itself as like pure rock and roll, no samples, no Swedish producers, and it ended up being their worst album ever.
The next album is gonna be like, we got Swedish producers, 2 of them.
And they tried to be like edgy with its title because they had to censor it on the label because the name of the album is supposed to be Father of All Motherfuckers. But you know, since they can't get away with that on your Walmart shelves, they censored it to Father of All. And they have like a unicorn puking over the word fuck.
Yeah. Why did this sound like a high person's dream? Like they were not sober when they thought of this. Right?
Yeah.
It really sounds like that.
Put the twink down. Not like that. I said put the twink down, not to slam jam him.
Blow the twink's back out.
This is not the Space Jam. You do not need to slam dunk him.
But Cloud wants that Space Jam. And I want to watch.
Fucking finally.
The third following album.
Yes, they did. They hired Swedish House Mafia as producers after bragging about how their previous album didn't have any Swedish producers.
The funny thing is, Swedish House Mafia has this one song that's really, really good. It's like I think it's like Ray of Solar and Fleeting or something like that. Obviously, I can't sing what I know because Twitch copyright.
I read 13.
Oh. Can you pet the doggy?
Unfortunately, no.
Pet the doggy.
He's behind glass. I can't pet the doggy. I didn't know that I meant that as a follow-up joke. It sounds like something that happened. I may be pulling that out of my ass. I don't know because I don't really follow Green Day. The only reason I heard about their Father of All album and how bad it was because of Anthony Fantano and Brad Taste in music.
Nope. I looked it up. I'm not seeing anything about it. I was curious.
Alrighty. That is gonna do it for tonight.
Damn
Such
bug.
dire music to end the stream on. Damn. And none of my targets are online to raid, or people that even need raids. Like, I see another VTuber in here that I've been following for a while, but they've got 831 viewers. They don't need us.
I got someone on my list.
You have to redeem it. No freebies.
Yeah, that's what I do you want me to take a screenshot of my thing? It's just me points I got. If I have enough.
No, I want to be surprised.
Where's
I want it to constantly be a mystery, like the source of Tommy Wiseau's millions of dollars that he spent on the room. The answer being he's DB Cooper.
I can't find Guide the Stream.
It's called Guide the Raid.
Oh, Guide the Raid. I've been past it so many times and I can't find it. What the hell?
It's because Twitch is never consistent with the layout of the redeems. They seem to be in a random order each time.
How many points is that? I really can't find it.
Let me check. Fuck, now I have to. 3,000 points.
Okay, I'm off the wait on mine a little bit.
Okay. You know what? Since I'm feeling generous and since you're not feeling your best, I'll give you this one for free.
Oh. Gracias.
So who are we rating?
It's Jinx. I will get you her. She's doing a little art stream, so it's, you know, calm and everything. I'll put the link
Something calm to watch at 1:20 a.m. after how unhinged the stream got.
Oh, I'm gonna put it in the Twitch chat so it's easier for you to, you know, get to it. You know.
Yeah.
That'll be Jinx's Twitch.
Found them.
Yeah.
All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thank you, Kier, for joining me for commentary tonight for even longer than you expected to.
Yeah, I was playing for an hour, but I was curious about the day.
I'll see you guys next time. Until then, unpleasant dreams.
Tell me, why is it not green?
Because it's not environmentally friendly. Duh.